Ooh, you got a little pumps on it.
Yeah, we straight chillin', serial killing, pre-cold villains on the mic, got you reeling. 5-star rated from the floor to the ceiling. If you catch a 1-star, no time for feelings. Got a demon DJ on the ones and twos. By the name Beelzebub, so don't get confused. So grab a seat by the fire, roast them all over two. And prepare to hear the legend of the straight chillin' crew.
What up, nerds? And welcome to another fun-sized episode of Straight Chilling, the weekly horror movie review show where you chill and we kill, slice, dice, and chop up yet another horror movie. My name is Bob. I'll be your host for the evening. This is episode 548, recorded on Sunday, October 5th, 2025. Tonight we're talking about VHS Halloween. Before we get into it, let me introduce everyone else on the show tonight. First up, calling in from Washington, D.C., we got your boy, Rand Diesel. What's up?
Oh my gosh!
What's going on, baby? I'm ready to talk some Halloween shit. Some direct mainline Halloween shit. Let's go.
That's true. Straight to the vein.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing it.
Shirt and show Grief your fucking tits.
My name is Grief, by the way, if you didn't know. if anybody didn't
Show
know.
me. Show me.
My name is Grief. Last but not least,
Name
calling
is
in.
Grief.
Show me your fucking tits. Calling in from Seoul, South Korea, we got your boy, Soju. What's up, man?
Oh, what up? It's the Halloween King himself, Soju, boys. 4 years running. I didn't want to gloat last week. I thought Karma might get me with the last minute switch, but I'm gloating this week,
No,
boys.
Karma
Say
never
that.
comes for Soju. That's what we've learned here today.
4 years straight, boys. No one's
Statistically,
ever,
very unlikely.
no
And
one's
Jesus
ever
Christ,
gonna
if it
beat
didn't
this
happen.
streak. I don't think we'll be
Oh,
doing this
dude.
another 4 years from now, so y'all don't have a chance.
I'm pretty sure that like if you don't win, you're gonna like crumble into dust one year. Like
I'm already preparing
This is the
next
only thing
year's
keeping your
poll,
soul on this
boys.
planet.
Already getting it ready to go. Woo!
I might
Oh, boy.
actually have to cheat next year just to make sure, because I can't deal with this for another year. I can't. fucking
Going
do
for
it.
that 5 spot. Woo!
If you guys have no idea what we're talking about, Justin has won every single time we've done this like mysterious triple feature Halloween poll. He's won every single time, which is
know what the people
not frustrating.
want. Know what the people
Not frustrating.
want.
No,
You know?
nobody's upset about it. Nobody is at all upset.
Nobody. Not me, not Randy, not anybody is upset.
No
I'm
resentment.
definitely not upset
at
about
all.
Oh man. Yeah. So let's speaking of, let's tackle a little bit of housekeeping real quick here. So our October poll has closed. That means our November poll is currently posted over on our Patreon website. If you guys support us at the $5 level or above, you get the chance to vote on a movie we're talking about this November. The theme for November is cornfields. The 3 movies you're voting on are Children of the Corn, Jeepers Creepers, and Freddy vs. Jason.
Whoa, Bob. How those corns looking?
Got some more bunions on there, but
Yeah.
it'll be all right.
Kind of rough, like
Yeah.
kind of rough. Last place with 21% of the vote is Children of the Corn. Second place, Freddy vs. Jason with 37% of the vote. First place, Jeepers Creepers with 42% of the vote.
Jeepers Creepers.
Our demographics remain stalwart eternally.
But
It's
yeah, it always
People
goes
our
one-
age.
One gets stomped into the ground as well.
I think we've had Jeepers Creepers on like 2 or 3 polls probably,
have
and
we?
it has not won, but now
It has
I mean
made
obviously
appearances.
it's doing
Oh,
well.
okay.
So.
I mean, we've been doing how long do you think we've been doing these polls? It's been 7
8.
years. Yeah, 7.
Yeah,
I mean, we've
long
gone through
8
some
It's been a long
polls.
time.
Like Freddy
We
vs.
have.
Jason has been on a couple. Honestly, probably Children of the Corn
Actually,
too.
yeah, I think Freddy vs. Jason has been on 2 or 3. So man, this is
Yeah.
just like what's
A
left. We're
repeat.
just
Yeah.
getting to
We're
the
sweeping
point.
things up here.
Y'all gotta pick one of these this time.
Look,
We're
one
out
of these
of
fuckers needs to be
ideas.
pinged.
I'm getting out of ideas.
I am not out of. I have
Oh,
so many
really?
ideas.
Good.
I have like dozens.
Anytime
that
we're
we have
like,
not
well, we
done.
need a new poem, I was like, what the hell? What have we not done?
Got a lot of
I don't
ideas.
know, man.
Get those votes in. We'll see what we're talking about this November. Speaking of Patreon bullshit, we're dropping mini casts every single Friday throughout the month of October. It's a great time to join up on Patreon. We're talking Simpsons Treehouse of Horrors 19, 20, 21, and 22 every single Friday
Oh yeah.
throughout October.
This is a
Hot
time
damn.
out to sign up on Patreon, because if you sign up on Patreon, you get to come to a very exclusive special event coming up later this month.
That's right.
Do.
One that has special limited edition merch and everything.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Limited edition.
Addiction merch.
The addiction's not limited.
Addiction.
Unlimited addiction available for you.
Unlimited. The dick is also unlimited, though, to be fair. It's
Oh.
you get a lot if you join up on Patreon. It's really kind of nuts.
We are misrepresenting this Patreon by that statement, but okay. Lots of feet pics too.
Whoa.
Yeah, you get all the Treehouse of Horror episodes coming up this month, and also we're up to, I think it's like 170 episodes over on
Jesus.
our Patreon minicast. So you get access to all of that too. And also access to the 5th annual Chilloween party, which Justin was just alluding to. And I think we're going to have a little bit of a friend popping in here real quick to talk
A
about
good
it.
friend.
A good friend. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, hi there. It's me, Sexy Dracula. Once again, this straight chilling crew made me an offer that I just could refuse. But I did not want to deprive you of me, Sexy Dracula. So I'm here to tell you about the Straight Chilling's 5th annual Chilloween party on Friday, October 24th, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There will be a surprise film screening with commentary and drinking game, a costume contest, and horror trivia hosted by everyone's favorite spider monkey, Caitlin from Plug It Up Podcast. All you have to do is sign up on the Straight Chilling Patreon at any level, and you're invited to the sexiest graveyard smash of your life. Be sexy this Halloween season and come chill at Straight Chilling's 5th annual Chilloween party on Friday, October 24th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Dost thou want to live chilliciously? Sexy Dracula out!
I'll tell you, Harry, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
You know, that accent, I'm just not sure that it's authentic.
Bob, what do you know
I'm
about
not sure.
accents?
Don't you question
Clearly
Sexy
nothing.
Dracula? He's been around the block, okay? You're nothing to him.
He has been around the block, but not in the
You're nothing to me. Oh, I've heard a high school teacher scream that at children, let me tell you.
Is that true?
Yes, I have.
You're
Wow.
nothing. You did go to an art school after all.
Dude, yeah, shit's fucked up.
I'm an artist.
You're nothing to me.
Derivative.
Derivative.
You're all derivative.
children.
Well,
Children. Yeah, come hang out with us for the 5th annual Chilloween party. Whatever time zone, I just can't remember. But I'm sure you know. Come hang out. Speaking of Patreon bullshit, we do have one brand new Patreon supporter. We got to give mad shouts out to a big gigantic thank you to R. Molina. This one goes out to you.
Oh yeah.
Oh, God, slap me in the ass.
Go ahead and slap me right in that ass.
You got to
You can
go
do
in,
it.
and then you just start the slapping. You just start the
just
slapping.
Back and forth.
That's what
Mhm.
you do on the 5th annual Chilloween party. We like open up the tab and it's just all of our asses bare to you, and you just fucking slap them.
Whoa.
You just fucking go hard.
Making promises.
We're making a
I
lot of
intend to
promises
keep,
here
Bob.
tonight.
I intend to keep. That's how we start the show. Welcome. Just fucking get in there. Just get in there.
Cheek
We start
spread.
every show with triple hole, and then we move from there.
Triple. Woo. Yeah.
They call it the turkey.
Come hang out. Yeah, come hang out. That's all we got for Patreon news. Do you guys have anything you need to plug?
I think I'm all right.
My house is clean this week.
All right. Squeaky.
His house is clean.
All right, let's get into the main event. We're talking about VHS Halloween, and we're kicking it off with the back of the box.
What's on the back of the box?
Bob,
Bob?
you gonna order this box? Do they make boxes for these VHSs?
They actually do.
VHS.
They do, yeah. Shudder's pretty good about putting their original content out on disc, which
Okay.
is great. I'm a big fan of that, and I actually
Are
I think
you now?
yeah,
You're a
who would've
fan of
thought?
discs?
Physical media.
Is
Who
that
would've
what
thought?
you're a fan of?
Oh man, yes, I am. This one I'm maybe not super stoked on. I don't know. You cannot pre-order this yet. I'm sure they'll have it up relatively soon though.
Okay.
So at the time of us recording the show, it's like 2 days after this hit Shutter, so it's still very, very fresh, and I'm sure it'll come out on Blu-ray pretty soon. But we're talking about VHS Halloween. This is the 5th VHS anthology that's been like produced by Shutter. So there's like 8 total, but this is the 5th one on Shutter, straight to Shutter. Runtime of an hour and 55 minutes. This is directed by a ton of people, which we'll kind of like talk about the directors as we go through the segments later on. Plot synopsis brought to you by IMDb is as follows. A collection of Halloween-themed videotapes unleashes a series of twisted, blood-soaked tales, turning Trick or Treat into a struggle for survival. Brand new movie, obviously, first time watch for all of us. Would you fellers recommend folks at home check this out? Rand Diesel, why don't you kick us off?
Yeah, I would. I think this is worthy of your time for a Halloween viewing. I was really excited. I like found footage stuff. The VHS franchise, for all of its mini clunkers, has been pretty reliable, I think, in the last few installments. And I think this one lives up to that. I think it's worth a look. Like all of them, it has its hits, it has its misses, but and everybody's mileage varies wildly. So I think it's worth checking it out if you got something. You got some viewing burning a hole in your pocket, and you wanna roll the dice on this anthology. Yeah, generally recommend. Sure.
Roll the dice. Soju, how do you feel?
I don't feel good, Bob. I don't think I would recommend this one. VHS is as a series is pretty hit or miss for me. I might have missed the last one that came out. I get them all mixed up now, honestly. They all kind of blend together.
Beyond was the last one. It was like all the sci-fi.
I don't think I
segments.
missed
saw
that one,
that one,
actually.
then.
It's a good one.
Maybe I missed
It's a
the
good one.
last two. I don't, but yeah, I mean, generally I'm always curious and I'm willing to give it a shot, but at this point, yeah, they are kind of all blend together. I was really hyped for Halloween to come out though. But I think there's about 6 segments here, and I think I like maybe two of them. So that's
Mm.
that's not a good it's not a good rate there. So no, and there were some that I really didn't like. So not no, not a recommend for me, Bob. How about you? Would you recommend people check this out?
I think I'm kind of on the soju train here.
Oh, choo
It
choo,
sounds,
baby.
yeah, they're always on time, by the way.
It's always a
It's
good time when you're on the soju train, Bob.
your your fractions 2 of the 6. I'm like kind of right there with you, honestly.
Okay.
So, yeah, I was kind of bummed by this. I think there's a certain I don't know. Like I generally speaking, I would say I dig the VHS movies that Shudder has been putting out. And there's like a decent quantity of the shorts in each one. I think most of them are pretty good. This one just kind of didn't hit for whatever reason.
Yeah.
May actually be my least favorite of the 5 they've put out. So
Damn.
I
This is
don't
gonna
know
be a
that
tough battle for me here.
I don't know that I'd recommend it
Expect-
necessarily.
Yeah,
So
Check.
very, very loose recommend, if at all,
I'm loose.
from me. So
Dabba-dee,
yeah.
dabba-die.
Dabba dee dabba die. That sounds like maybe not much of a recommendation at
Not
all,
really.
actually, from the Straight Chilling Crew, which is wild because like I've tried to avoid most like full blown reviews, but it seems like overwhelmingly just like the vibe is positive from what I can tell. So maybe Juice, you and I
Posers.
might be like on the fringe here, but I don't know. We'll get into it. We're definitely going to be spoiling the shit out of VHS Halloween, and here comes your warning.
Spoiler warning.
All right, Bob, what are we gonna do? We're gonna take this one by one as we do with the
Yeah,
yeah, okay.
I think that's the best way to do it,
Yeah,
one
me
by
too.
one.
Anthology style.
Do you want to start
Yeah.
with the wraparound then?
I think so. Yeah, let's start with a
Okay.
wraparound, which is like one of the many issues I have with this. And not just with this one, but with a lot of these VHS movies is like the wraparound doesn't actually connect anything. It's just like a short that is split up in a bunch of small segments. So like it
Yeah.
doesn't
They've been
just for
doing that
kind
for a
of
little bit now. No.
they have been kind of for no reason, but
Well, let's summarize it and we'll get into it a little bit.
we'll do it. Yeah. So this, like I said, this is the 8th installment in the VHS franchise. It's got
Damn.
6 segments, and the first one that we're gonna talk about here is acting like a wraparound. So the wraparound segment is called Diet Phantasma. This is written and directed by Brian M. Ferguson, in which we see a corporation. They're conducting product testing on their new Halloween soda called Diet Phantasma. This is split up into 5 different parts. Actually, I think 6, because it does. If like there's like a mid-credit, like end credit sequence that I didn't
Yeah.
realize existed at first. So actually, I think it is 6 parts. Each one shows like different subjects trying this Diet Phantasma soda, and they have like terrible things happen to them. The soda appears to contain some sort of like ghost or evil entity inside of it, and they're like dialing up and down the quantity of that evil entity or whatever. But whenever you drink it, it seems to possess you, and it kills the people who drink it or just like makes them do terrible things. You see people's skulls get crushed by the can, skin just comes off their body, they projectile vomit, heads explode. And the final segment, you see like 6 subjects drinking this soda all at the same time, and it kind of ends in like this giant bloodbath where they're all like ripping each other apart. But you do see this one young girl who's just sort of like calmly being possessed by whatever entity she consumed from the can. And the dude that's like running the experiments, he asks what she thinks. She says she loves the soda and she wants some more. She says her favorite soda in the world is Diet Phantasma. And at that point, he's very satisfied with whatever trials they're doing. And he says, let's go ahead and push it out. We're selling this soda to the world at this point. And I guess the point being that should you drink this soda, you are like quite literally possessed by whatever is inside of it, making you want more and more. And then the sort of mid uh end credit tag is like a final commercial basically
Oh.
featuring that little girl selling you
Yeah.
the soda. So
Hmm.
that's kind of it. So Diet Phantasma, that's what we're talking about for the first one here, the wraparound segment. How did you guys feel about this?
I mean, I think you nailed it. This is the problem that, like you said, this is a pervasive issue with the VHS franchise. They feel like they have to have some sort of wraparound, and when they originally did that, it was like a wraparound featuring people like watching the tapes or finding the tapes or something,
Yeah.
something like that. And they just kind of abandoned that, and now it's literally is just like an overly segmented segment, and it's like this doesn't serve the function that it's formatted for. I don't even know if they like it makes me wonder if they even like if the director of this was given a heads up like, oh, you're going to be the wraparound, so you need to make that. Like, it doesn't seem like it. It seems like they just picked the one with the most cuts that they could manipulate as needed. um I don't know. The best part of it is the commercial, in my opinion. I did not particularly love this wraparound or as an entire segment. It could have only been improved by being able to just shoot right through it instead of having to like dole it out in bits. In my opinion.
I don't even know if it would have been good to watch all the way through. And they've had some wraparounds that are somewhat similar to this. One that comes to mind is they're
Yeah.
doing some test on something and it ends up being alive or something like that. That's one that kind of stood out. That was very, very similar to this thing. But I was thinking the problem with this one is it's just all the same. Literally, like there's no
Same
real
room, yeah.
Yeah.
changes into what happens. Like every time somebody comes in, the first one's a surprise, I guess, and then after that everyone opens it up, says it smells like shit, but it actually tastes good. It destroys them in some outlandish, ridiculous way. There's really
The guy gets more
no
desperate. That's it.
variation. Yeah, so if I watch this, all those things back to back, I would like just grow so tired of it immediately. I mean,
That's fair. I mean,
yeah, if it was
I just feel
spaced
like
out,
it does
you
get a
list
little
it.
better in terms of like the effects and things. Like I think the things that happen, the gore effects or whatever, they get a little bit more funny. They get a little bit more gory or more interesting in the gore, but it's not like not to an extreme extent. But I feel like it could only be marginally improved at least by putting it together and letting you like get to those better moments quicker. The first two segments, wraparound segments of this, I was like just deeply not interested. I was like, this is boring. It's not like it's not like you said. It's starting to repeat itself already. It's also like I don't think there's much of a point to this. It doesn't seem especially Halloweeny to me, which is a problem for the
That's a
Halloween franchise
consistent
wraparound.
problem for this
Well,
whole
and like
movie, I
you
would
would think
say.
that the wraparound segments at specifically
At
should be
minimum,
the
yeah.
most, or yeah, like they should
Yeah.
be the
Yeah.
ones like really hammering home
Yeah.
the Halloweeniness of this, but it
Yeah.
doesn't.
I this is violently boring to me. And I gotta say, the only reason this is, quote, a Halloween short is because they say this is a Halloween soda. They're
Yeah, but it
trying to
doesn't
get
even look
ready
like
for
a
Halloween.
Halloween soda.
It
Yeah.
doesn't. It
Right?
and this is the problem I have with the vast majority of these segments is like they could happen at any time. They don't actually have to
Mhm.
happen during Halloween. Other than I
I
think
don't know
two of
if
the
I agree with
six,
that.
I think two of the six absolutely are like indebted to like the Halloween holiday, but the rest of them could happen anytime
I
whatsoever.
don't know. I think at least four of them are pretty
Yeah,
strongly in the
a
Halloween
little against you
category,
on
but we
that
can get to
one.
those in a
But
minute.
yeah,
Like
Yeah,
that's
we'll
that's
get
a
to them.
quibble.
This one for sure could happen anytime. They're just product testing a soda. So
oh, this
it
one, yes.
this one for sure. And
Yeah.
like they're just I don't know. It's the same thing over and over and over again, and it's not really interesting to me. I don't know that it ties anything together in any way. So like as far as a wraparound segment, it doesn't really serve that purpose. I think if it was viewed all together without being chopped up, it would be somehow even more boring. So I don't know that that would make it any better.
Right.
God,
Like I just
man.
don't really like it, honestly.
This would have been the perfect, like, Chris LaMartina style, do the Halloween commercials in between, man. Like, they
Yes,
really fucked up.
that would have
here.
been
I don't-
better.
I mean,
That
that
would
would
have
have
been
been
better.
better, but I also like I feel like that would be cribbing pretty hard. Honestly.
Well, they could have just hired him to do it.
True.
Like, you know,
True,
like,
but I mean, I don't know. Maybe all I know is that this doesn't work as a continuing thread, and it doesn't work as a especially Halloweeny segment, and it's trying to hit humor buttons that often aren't hitting. And like some of the effects are cool, some of them are a little charming, but like they hit a ceiling. Like it's like kind of cool, it's kind of charming. It's it can only go so high in
Yeah.
this one, and to me, like it just doesn't. It doesn't actually do anything. It just like Juice, to your point, it does repeat itself, and I think that's kind of a shame. The only arc you get is with like the lead tester guy, who's just like increasingly erratic and wanting this thing to go forward, and then he pushes out a soda that killed 7 out of 8 people or whatever in
Yeah, I
his
don't
testing booth. I'm like,
understand. It
if there's
doesn't
supposed
even
to be
make
like,
sense.
oh, they don't care, they're just putting it out and putting dangerous products out. It's like you could have put it out yesterday. Then, like we could have put it out
Yeah.
in segment 2
Yeah.
of this segment.
They
of
really
this thing.
they do not articulate what their goal is. You kind of have to glean it, and like I think I get what it is, but maybe I don't, because they really don't even begin to tell you.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. It's true. It's
It's-
very. It's a
Yeah.
little they keep things kind of nebulous, which I kind of like. I would hate if they like went too far and like over explaining things and becoming an exposition dump. But give us a little bit more, because like I feel like if they had said something like that they're trying to get people addicted to spirits or something like that, and that's what addiction looks like when it comes to that sort of thing with the little girl, then that's a little interesting. Or like I don't know, that's just something that occurred to me now, but I don't really know what. Yeah, like you said, I just don't really know what the end.
it seems like they just want you addicted to the soda, like possessed.
Well, that's what I'm
by
saying. It's
the
like
soda.
addicted to the soda via spirits instead of
Via
chemicals.
spirits.
Like,
Let's skip.
that's
this
at least
one. We're-
something.
It's not
think-
good.
yeah.
None of us like
We're-
it.
We're trying to get more out of it than is there. All right, yeah. So that's the wraparound. All right. So the first like proper segment is called Coochie Coochie Coo,
Oh,
and
boy.
this is written and directed by Anna Zlakovic, in which we see 2 girls who are almost too old to trick or treat. I believe they're like high school seniors, but they plan to go trick or treating anyway. They're taunted by some kids saying that the mommy is going to get them because they're just too old to be trick or treating. They come across a mysterious house. They end up going inside of it. It smells really bad and there's milk everywhere. The door they entered through ends up vanishing and they can't get out. They find a couple grown ass people that appear to be kind of turned into babies in a weird way. They then see, quote, the mommy, which is this like weird monster with 6 yabos hanging out that's constantly leaking milk. And she ends up singing a lullaby, and sort of the 2 girls eventually do succumb to her and gently lay their heads on her lap while she's singing to them. And they become babies. There you go.
Yeah.
That's kind of it. Again, really nothing to do with Halloween. Like this could happen on any
they're
day.
trick or treating, and there's a mysterious house that pops up, and I did
Yeah.
like the setup of it
The
where
catalyst for the whole thing.
But you could be
But
like
inside
urban
the house,
exploring. You just got to
yes,
get him in the
yes.
house,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
whatever.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
But this is more distinct. I mean, having them go trick or treating, that's more distinctive than urban exploring to me. I don't know, like in a rash of found footage films
There
that
could
do
be
exactly
other
what you're
ways that you
describing, I
could
think
get
this
them
is
in the
fine.
house.
Like,
It just
Yeah.
happens
And they're
to be
dressed up.
Halloween.
But
is
also
what it
the
is.
dressed up, they're
justification
also
is
talking about
that she
they're
grabs
young,
people who are too old or too greedy on
Right.
Halloween. So
but they're trying to cling to their youth a little bit.
a
One
bit of
last time.
cautionary
all this stuff, like-
tale.
yeah,
It's
which I don't-
enough. It's enough.
I think it's
Sure.
enough.
You
too.
guys are
I think it's enough.
more
connection, but
generous
also,
than I am, I think.
But I also
I'm a
don't think
generous
that it's
man.
like. I think these
Sure.
women are clearly too old to be trick or treating, and I
I
think
mean,
that they
they're
would
in
be
high school.
shocking
at
to me
least,
that they're
you know, I mean, they're
a
not.
senior in high school. Can you like? I remember being a senior in high school a little bit, and I don't think that I would have ever worn
A
a
little
baby
long
outfit to
time
go
ago.
trick or treating. Like,
Yeah.
I think that I think it's a little much.
Kids
Kids just
I don't know.
aren't
This is
as
not the
mature
only
as
short
we
in which
were.
people do that.
That's the
Oh
problem.
yeah, yeah. So this one, I gotta be honest with you guys. I fucking hated this. I hated this segment.
Wow.
You know what?
I
This
was
one,
not a fan.
I
Well,
was split on it. I
I'm
at
split
the
on it.
end of it, I thought, you know what, that feels like I was going back to some of the like ones that I remember first segments. And I was like, that's kind of a VHS first segment where I feel like it always has some kind of maybe like strong premise. And it's always like a medium, you know, where like I feel like the premise is always good, but the acting or something, the acting was really bad here for me, and then parts of the premise were bad. But I thought there were some creepy moments. To be fair, the going through the house, the space, and how the way that they described the smell and how dirty like everything was so dirty.
Yeah.
And the woman who had the mask and the milk was just leaking into it. I thought that
The
was
mommy.
really fucked up. That was like a really fucked up moment. Now the dude in the baby costume and how they used him and him in the door, that was really fucking stupid. And the cheerleader, that was really fucking stupid. So I was kind of 50-50 on this one, but I will say more toward the negative. The acting was really bad on this one.
I have a lot of agreement with some of that, and I can quibble with that more. But I did want to hear, Rob, since you hated it so much, you seem pretty adamant. I would love to hear, like, just go off, King.
I was really bored during this, honestly. It reminded me of a lot of segments that we have seen in the last 3 or 4 VHS movies, like very, very similar, where you're just in a spooky house and like there's a weird thing creeping around the corner and kind of looking at you, and then at the end of it you get like a full-blown glimpse of it and it's this weird creature, and then you succumb to it, whatever it is. And so it felt like boring in its setup, and also like didn't really have the Halloween vibes whatsoever. Once you get into the house, it could happen any day. And like the stuff that was supposed to be creepy, I don't know, man. It just like did not hit. Like seeing these adults that were being like turned into babies, I guess, just wasn't creepy at all. Like I wasn't even really intrigued to find out more. Like I just really was uninterested. It wasn't funny or scary or original or even really feel like it had anything to do with Halloween. So I was just bored, straight up bored through this whole thing.
Also, the Gucci Goo part was
It's fucking
fucking
stupid.
so stupid.
Yeah. I think it's supposed to be funny. It wasn't funny to me though.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
was
know.
the thing, is sometimes they treated the monster kind of like a joke.
Yeah.
That
I
was a
didn't think
little
that was supposed to be funny at
confusing.
all.
Like
So
when
yeah,
she
I think
like
I'm.
sticks the even from the very beginning, the way she kind of sticks the basket out of the house, like pulls it back in, it's kind of jokey feeling. It is.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Mm,
I kind of
okay.
feel like it's yeah, to me like I didn't get a jokey vibe from that. You can say that it doesn't work as a spooky moment, but I think it's supposed to be spooky. It's like jilted like sudden movements, creepy thing half in shadows. Like seems pretty like bog standard monster making to me. And as far like this doesn't break any new ground. Let me be clear. Like Rob's totally right about that. Like it's not breaking any new ground. But I think it was like I agree with you, Justin, about like the wandering around the house or whatever. Like those things work for me, man. I like seeing that sort of thing. I like it the door disappearing on them. I love that sort of thing where it's like a backroomy sort of like fucking with time and space, fucking with reality a little bit. You're trapped in a hell, like, and this is not the only segment that does that, also. But I think this one does
Yeah.
it better because the place they're in is fucking spooky as shit to me. Wandering around, seeing something peer around at you, and you're not sure what it is, and you're putting yourself in the shoes of these young girls. Like, I don't know. To me, I think that all works pretty well. I didn't love the JD Vance faces the baby adults had, or any of that shit, but I don't.
Okay, plus a half star. I like it more now.
Well, I mean, I think that was it's creepier in concept than in actuality. Like I just don't like the visual of it. It is like it's not quite uncanny enough. I think it's a little bit.
Yeah.
It's hard to describe why, but I don't think that it really like super works. I hated the way it ended, where it like I guess the singing is what got them. But if that's the case,
I
just sing
guess.
for and like
Yeah.
I don't know the lore or whatever that they try and establish. They do a pretty good job trying to get some sort of lore in there, like for a short, But I don't think that it ultimately like, makes the most sense. But all those little spooky moments of going from like room A to room B to room C, back to room A, and room A's changed, like that sort of shit really works for me. Seeing something peer around the corner really works for me. The adult baby guy in particular did not work for me because it's like the kid from The Baby, the movie The Baby, was scarier than that guy to me. Like I don't know, it was just like too
Yeah.
convenient. Like just walk past him. He's chewing the wall. Like if he's gonna attack you, he's gonna attack you. You need to get the fuck out of there. Like I don't know. Like I just
Juice.
that was one of those moments where I was like, these kids aren't acting in their own
Juice.
best interest here.
Would you give this plus a star and a half for the Yabos? Because they're three
Whoa,
sets.
multiplier there.
Technically. Yeah.
Multi-ball.
Nah, I just even that premise, like why would she have 6 Yabos?
I don't know, man. Because it's spookier.
There's
And, like,
only
that's the thing
two
is,
people in there, so like one per Yabo. It's not like there's like a ton of kids she's trying to feed.
There wasn't there another one? I thought there was 3. I thought there was
Oh,
3.
but
Three
I don't
what?
know. Three
Babies.
adult
I think there
children.
was one more.
I think
but
there
can't recall what it
was.
like.
I don't
There's at least the
remember.
2, maybe one more.
I
That we
think
didn't
there
see
was
that
one
much
more.
of.
But like also too, just I don't it didn't look very good too. I mean, okay, so like the space that I described and the stuff did look good, but like the creature, I don't know,
I
didn't
feel like
look
it was
very
supposed to
good.
be kind of funny though, but I
I
didn't
feel
laugh
yeah, I felt like
because
they
like the
were
milk
trying
constantly
I just think it's
to
a wrong
flowing and
conceptually flawed because it
yeah.
makes you guys feel like it's trying to be funny. I
I
don't think
think
that it is
so.
trying to be funny. I think it's just like not succeeding enough at being
Mm.
scary, and it's like too trapped in its own like lore
Yeah.
and concept, which is not that strong to
Yeah, it could
begin with.
be.
I feel like it's that. I feel like
It
it's
was
kind of trapped in a mire of its own
cheesy.
making.
So at the
Which is
end,
not
even
bad, but it
yeah,
doesn't work.
at the end when it was like singing this the lullaby, the
Yeah.
words of it were
was kind of a
so
thud.
cheesy, and I was
Oh yeah,
like
that was cheesy.
I was like, is
It's like
this
Al
again with and
That
maybe that's our thing of like are they trying to be a joke about it? Because that's how I kind of took it. Like they were kind of taking it lightly, but it just felt too cringe for me.
it
So
says like
yeah.
I'll feed you till you regress or something,
I'll feed
but
you
in
till
Yeah,
you
the
Sing
regress. I'll
Song,
make
words
sure
were
you never die. Like
terrible.
it's
Yeah,
like
It was
just
it's
really, it's
like
like they're trying to cram extra exposition into this
lore,
song. And it's like you don't need
yeah.
it. You don't need that.
Ugh,
You need it to be spooky.
that was
You don't need the
stupid.
lore to
it's
come
just
home at this
not
point. It's just what it
to me
is.
not remotely
And then
funny or
also, why
scary.
wouldn't she
Yeah.
just sing that if that literally turns
Yeah.
them into babies? Why
Yeah,
wouldn't she
yeah.
just sing
Just
the song
sing.
in the
She's
beginning?
just playing with her
Just
food. I don't know.
always.
Like I just feel
Yeah.
like it's the spooky parts, like of walking through the house or whatever. That stuff works fine. The actual lore that they're trying to really hammer home or whatever is not really working and is actually undercutting the spookiness. Obviously, with you
Let's
guys. So
But yeah, let's move
move
on. But to
We
be
got
fair, I will say to both of y'all, so both of you made a similar point, but there is another segment that is very similar to this one, just a couple of ways. So
I know.
yeah, there definitely is,
talking about
which is the
lack of
problem.
variety. So
Which is the
yeah.
problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. The
Yeah.
next one is a Spanish language short. It is called
Mm.
Ut Supra Sic Infra. This is written and directed by Paco Plaza, who I believe previously wrote and directed Wreck, that found footage movie Wreck.
Oh,
So,
there you
I've seen that.
in this, we see a 20-something dude named Enric. He's being interrogated by the police about his friends being murdered the previous night on Halloween. He says that he killed them, but the police are kind of skeptical. They take him back to the scene of the crime. They make him reenact everything. Turns out his friend worked as a waitress at this mansion that was turned into a wedding venue, and came across a super creepy attic space, and she wanted to take all of her friends there on Halloween for a spooky good time. And she ends up explaining that a medium used to live there, and she would use a phone to contact the dead. There's Latin written all over the walls, and Enric on Halloween night ends up reading it, and the phone sitting in the middle of the room starts to ring. They answer it. He hears some spooky shit spoken to him, and he becomes possessed. He then kills all of his friends and rips their eyeballs out. And the police make him reenact all of this shit. They make him read the Latin. The phone rings. One of the investigators answers the phone. He looks possessed again. All the cops kind of float up into the air onto the ceiling, and Enric walks on the ceiling, rips all their eyeballs out, and all the cops fall to the floor dead, just the way all of his friends did on Halloween night. And that's basically the end of the segment there. I think this is, for my money, the most effective segment of this whole movie.
I would agree. This one was sick. I like this one a lot. I like this
pretty
one a
solid.
lot.
Same page.
Yeah.
Ultimately, let me be clear. Like, there's only one segment in this that I actively just, well, 1 to 2 segments that I actively did not like. One of which being the soda thing.
Okay.
So I even kind of enjoyed the last one. Like, we complained about it together. I like agreed with some of your points, but I largely like enjoyed myself watching it. This one, like, first of all, Paco Plaza directed Rick, 1, 2, and 3. So, like, pretty good pedigree there. The problem I have with this is that it's like, it feels like it's from that exact era. Like, it's like, I don't know. I feel like this one
feels like As Above, So Below. It's got that vibe.
Right.
Totally.
Well,
I mean, they even say
well,
that.
They do.
They say
up.
that.
It's the name of
it's
the
like his
segment,
version
yeah.
of that, and I mean, I don't dislike it again, but like, I feel like it's not bringing a unique enough flavor. While
That's
also
totally
not
fair.
hitting the,
Yeah.
while also I think this hits the Halloween vibes way less than the last one. Like,
I
don't see a
actually think it
Halloween
hits
vibe in
it
this at
more
all.
than the last one, but it's still nowhere near
Why?
enough, in my opinion. Nowhere near enough, to be fair.
Yeah, and like, so between those things and like the way it ultimately works out, like shooting over the camera and seeing the guy like, whoa, and then flying up or whatever, it's a little bit tired to me. Like, more so than
That's
even walking
fair,
down
yeah.
darkened hallways, because that is the scary thing to me. That's something I could imagine happening. Me walking down a spooky hallway and thinking I see something and being spooked. I can't imagine a dude just flying up into the air or whatever. Like, it's like, it just seems like something that I saw in a movie. It was effective a few times in different movies, and now
Well,
it's being
you
used
know
again,
what
and
though?
it's not
I
working
mean,
the same level.
you say that, but like, I agree. But what I'm gonna, since we see it 2 or 3, I think I'm forgetting what segment right now, but we see it at least 2 times. Of right now, it's the hot thing of the close corridors, the back room style thing, and now we're seeing all these people in these that mimic it. Ooh, this strange. All of a sudden, you're in this strange place, and you turn around these corners and stuff. I feel like that's gonna get really tired really quick. So at this point, yes, I agree. You've
Yes.
experienced the style more because it wasn't, it was the hot new thing like 15 years ago. But I think that the one that you like now will also grow to get tired. So I like this one a little bit more just because it was some variation for what we were getting tonight, at least, and
that's fair. That
and
part's fair.
also
So-
not just that, but also too, it's one of the few that kind of takes its, well, I guess at least takes itself seriously, and
It's the most serious one, I think.
it's the
Which I do
most serious
agree.
one, and
For
like
sure.
sells it, like it is
Yeah. It is
accomplished
straight
in the most
horror,
serious
this one.
way.
Yes, straight horror.
which
I do.
I fully appreciate that part of it. Go ahead, Bob.
I do. I wish they would have like left out the whole, um, the police making him like retrace his steps aspect. I wish this entire thing was just like set on Halloween night, and like this girl worked at the spooky place and like got her friends to come along and did this crazy thing, and like we just saw it like, POV on the night. Like, I would prefer that. It would
I
like
agree with that.
I like the
It's
reenactment.
like-
No,
Yeah, well, I
Oh,
think
that's what made
it's
it
at least something
unique.
different.
Yeah, I
like,
agree. Yeah,
what you just described is
Interesting.
every other found footage movie, basically. And
but
like, to
but
me-
but the thing is, like, it is the exact same thing happens both times. It's just
But it's
One
the
is
Yeah, I think it's
concept.
there, but he's forced to do it again. I think there's like a tragedy in there, and I think that
Yeah,
makes it a little bit interesting.
he's willing to just take the responsibility,
And then they
and
just force him to
obviously
go through the
every
same
step
fuck
of the
up
way it's the
again.
arrogance. I mean, he's giving a confession. He's literally like, "Yep,
Yeah.
I did it," and they just won't accept it. Like, you gotta show us how this happened. It's almost like the old tale of like curiosity killed the cat. It's like he's willing to give himself up. They have a suspect.
Mhm.
He's willing to do it, and the tragedy is all the people there involved. Like his lawyer has to be there, and all these extra people. He obviously doesn't want to do it. When the phone is set up in
Yeah.
there, he's scared. He
begs.
doesn't want to
does,
read the
yeah.
thing. So I mean, it makes it that much more tragic that he knows
Yeah.
what's going to happen. He made the mistake before where he was the curious one. He didn't take it seriously. He was joking around, and now he is forced to relive it in the horror nature, and at some point he loses control of himself when the possession
I
happens. So
understand
I think
that.
that's much better.
I would prefer if it was all just like on Halloween night, this being like VHS Halloween. Like I just want them to like hammer the Halloween vibes more than they are, instead of like going back in the middle of the day with like the cops to reenact the shit that we could have just seen firsthand on Halloween night anyways. And also like maybe it was like my interpretation of it. I don't know if you guys felt this or not, but it seemed like Enric was like maybe like his memory of what had happened was like vague, so I did not necessarily get that he was like super unwilling to like. I mean, he obviously didn't want to go back because he knew like fucked up shit happened, but like the details of it, it seemed like maybe he was a little vague
Probably
on.
like the possession
Yeah.
aspect, probably.
yeah.
But still,
thing
he
is-
clearly
He doesn't want to be
He
there.
picked
for
up the
sure,
phone, and then
but-
all of his friends were dead. Like that
But,
was his
like-
experience. So he doesn't know the specifics.
Yeah,
That's how I took
that's
it. Like,
yeah, that's how I took it too. Like he knew fucked up shit happened, and he was probably responsible, but he
and he
doesn't
did not
really
want to
know why.
reenact that, and they
So that
forced him to
level,
reenact that.
that level of him like really not wanting to be there and really not wanting to do it again, I just didn't like fully connect with. I guess
Oh,
put
okay.
me in
Well, I definitely
Halloween
did.
night.
Like, I think
That's
that
what
was
I
one of the
want.
stronger aspects of it.
That's what I'm here
And, like,
for this movie, personally. Which
well,
they
no, and I get that.
don't
I
really
think
do.
they could accomplish that in a number of ways that don't require it to be on Halloween night twice. I think they could have just had it be not just like the black phone again, and have it be something that's a little more Halloween oriented. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like one of like Halloween themed paper cup thing that you put up to your ear, like kids use, or I don't know. You could do a billion things that are a little more
Yeah.
like Halloweeny,
This-
and it would be fine. But
I mean-
like, oh, sorry, go ahead, Bob.
I'm like kind of complaining about the lack of Halloween vibes on this, but I will say like if you're just like looking at this as a standalone horror short, I still do think this is the most effective of the movie.
Yeah.
I think that that's fair. I want to go back to like the discussion about like the tired tropes though. Like I think you're right. Like yeah, that's what I'm saying is that like this is stuff we've seen over and over and over again. I don't think I'm going to necessarily look back at the last segment and think to myself, boy, they're really doing this over again and again and again when we haven't reached maximum capacity yet. Like I'm not going to hold that against this movie that came out now for the things I'm tired of 2 years from now. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I feel like that is a trope, and that is happening. Like Skinamarink did that. Like a lot of things do that, and I like most of those things. And there will become a critical mass moment probably where that sort of thing, because it is so simple to achieve, that a lot of movies are going to do it. A lot of not so great movies are going to do it. And I think that that's like that is possible, but I'm not going to hold it against this particular movie because I'm not tired of it yet. It was still effective for me now. But this particular thing that they're doing in this particular short, while more straight horror, which I appreciate, and like has a lot of things, some things that are going for it that make it enjoyable. Ultimately, it's like using a pretty this like Wreck came out in 2007. That's how old this shit is. We're talking about like the backroom stuff that came out, like that stuff started happening like 5 or 6 years ago. So like there's a clear like difference in
Yeah.
my fatigue for these concepts
Sure, yeah.
at the moment this came
That's
out.
I think that's a very fair point to draw, which I think we'll continue talking about throughout the rest of these, which we do need to carry on. In which I think the simplicity is key when it comes to these shorts, and some of these are not very simplistic. We'll get to them.
Yeah.
So next up, we're talking about a short called Fun Size. This is written and directed by your boy Casper Kelly. Randy, this is your boy. specifically.
Yeah. I don't know how much I want to claim him anymore.
Why?
Oh, he's
Why
your
is he
boy.
your boy?
But just because he's the Too Many Cooks guy, he's the Yule Log guy.
Okay. Because I was
yeah.
this feels like the Christmas log thing or whatever.
It is. Yeah.
It is
same,
okay. Because
Same guy.
okay,
yeah.
when the thing was flying, I was like, okay, I thought,
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Same
I
guy.
think. Oh,
So-
sorry, Bob. Let's do the synopsis first. Go ahead.
Yeah. So we see four friends, two of which are newly engaged. They decide to go trick-or-treating, even though they're just too old, which is two of these segments, people trick-or-treating too old. They come across a house with a very large bowl out front that says only take one. The candies are off-brand and they look a little weird. They end up opening one and it's clearly a chocolate cream-filled dick. The dude eats it, the cream gets all over him, and it's weird or whatever. He ends up going in for another piece, and a hand grabs him and pulls him into the bowl. Eventually, all four friends get sucked into the bowl. They wake up in this weird abandoned candy factory place. They see their friend strapped down to a conveyor belt, and he gets pulled into the machine. He's chopped up and turned into fun-sized candy bars. There's a couple supernatural candy mascots down there that keep saying fun size. They end up pumping another girl full of hard candy via a tube straight up her ass, and her face pops off. She then crawls in the machine and becomes candy as well. The two engaged people are left. They crawl through an air vent to try and escape. And that turns out to be a conveyor belt in and of itself. They're about to die, and the dude tries to conduct this weird wedding ceremony like super, super quick, and the girl ends up saying, I do not. He gets turned into candy, and then she escapes to the outside world, in which we see the candy mascot crushes her head. There you go.
And then some kids at the end do the same thing.
Yeah, some kids.
Yeah, man, I don't know. Like I'm a huge Too Many Cooks fan. I really like Yule Log. I understand this guy's kind of aesthetic. I just feel like it hit and it felt totally misplaced in this, which is crazy because this is such a wildly it's shorts. Having different tenors and tones is expected, but it felt so nonsensical in the middle of this, and especially with what comes after, which we'll get to, but it just really felt totally out of place to me. It felt completely random and not in a way that was humorous, the way that I felt that Too Many Cooks was, or even Yule Log was. I didn't really feel that same way about this. It just seemed low stakes because the nonsense meter was so high, if that makes sense. And also this is the one where more than any other, the acting really got under my skin. I was not liking the act. It was so plainly expository. Hey, very, very, very over the top in a way that is, again, if they had said it with a hard reality and then gone completely absurd, maybe that would have been different. But it felt like it was already kind of absurd. It was already an elevated level of reality in terms of the performances, and it was not. It didn't feel like a big departure to have somebody's head pop off and gumballs fly out. That's not great, in my opinion.
I guess that's where. So I like this better than the first one. They're very similar. These are the two that are so similar.
The soda
to me.
one, you mean?
No, not the wraparound, the mama one.
Yeah. Okay, I just wanted to confirm.
Because again, the premise is the same. They go into a weird place. They navigate the weird place. Something is chasing them. So very similar. Right. But I like this one better. And I didn't look up to see this was the same person. But I was like, ooh, it's got that vibe, especially the candy bowl flying at them and the absurd kind of stuff happening. I liked it better though because it felt consistent with the mascots later and him chopping off the arm and the candy kind of pouring out. I thought that worked better. And I feel like the acting in both is equally bad, but because of the absurd nature of this one, it felt like it matched the bad acting more for me. So it worked better. Whereas the first one was maybe trying to be more scary, but the acting was kind of pulling me out of that. Yeah. Whereas this one, I was well, everything's super wacky anyways, that I can kind of go along with that.
I like the contrast. I like real people being put into insurmountably
But
insane
then not when they can
situations.
act, they can't act. So,
Yeah.
I didn't think that they were as bad as these people in acting. I will say that.
yeah, but I don't know.
don't agree with that.
I liked them opening like having the premise, the weird candy was
Yeah,
cool, and then
I like that. Yeah.
and adding to the curiosity, and then of course I love the rule being only take one and you get punished for that because that's like a big Halloween thing. So even though they go to a factory later, it's still Halloween candy and stuff. So I don't I didn't like this one. This is not one of the two that I said was good, but I'm just comparing it to the first one or the
That's
Mama
fair.
one because it's so similar and I preferred
That's
this one,
fair.
but still I agree with a lot of the negative things.
No,
I
that's
like
totally
this
fair.
one
Oh,
overall.
A lot of
I
people do,
don't.
apparently.
I do realize that it sticks out kind of like a sore thumb in this particular movie because the tone, like I think Casper Kelly just he has a very specific tone, and like it doesn't really blend in very well with most other things, so it does stick out. But this is one of the two I would say that is like intrinsically related to the Halloween holiday. It could not happen on any other day, so like I appreciate that about it.
oh,
I
one of
also
the two.
appreciate.
Okay, okay. I thought you were mentioning our previous one. I thought you were saying you're done at this point.
No,
Okay,
no,
okay, I
one
gotcha,
we haven't
gotcha.
got to the other one
Yeah,
yet.
gotcha.
One of the two I would say, and I dig that it like you can tell it's supposed to be comedic throughout, like from go. It's supposed to be funny, not supposed to be taken seriously. The dude like opening up this like clearly chocolate dick and eating it, and then getting pulled into like this candy bowl and being he gets his dick and
That's what
balls
sold
chopped
it. It was the
off, and
dick.
like
It was the
it,
chocolate dick that
Oh
they
yeah.
got me
it's
started
very
on board.
consistently goofy. I do think the acting is like not very good, and I also the worst part about this is like the weird fiance
Oh.
thing where like they just keep calling each other fiance and driving it home, and the girl's clearly not into it, and they're like building this tension that really doesn't like have anything to do with the story. And then I don't know. I guess they do bring it home in the end where she's like, I do not, and like refuses to actually marry this guy
Yeah.
seconds before he's chopped up and turned into candy. So like they do bring it home, but like I just don't fucking care about that. That's not why I'm here. I'm here for like the weird Halloween story about people being turned into candy. Like that should be enough, I think. So like this dude like constantly like referring to this girl as like his fiance, my fiance, even in these like really bizarre situations like where they're about to get their dick and balls chopped off and turn into candy. He's still like trying to hold this like shoehorn
Joke.
in a
Yeah.
He's
ceremony where they
being
get married really quickly, and like nobody in their right fucking mind would be doing that in that moment. It just doesn't really make sense to
I
me.
mean, there's nobody in their right mind in this. No, I agree with you to an extent. Like, I do like that they like made an arc for these for something here besides just candy happening, like candy spook fest. I don't really like the fun size guy. Yelling fun size means nothing to me. I don't know what's
Yeah.
fucking going on with that guy. If he was just around, it would be different. But him yelling fun size for whatever reason, that really set it over the top. Where I was like, this is dumb. Like, I don't like this. But like when it comes to like the like, having some sort of arc, I appreciate that it's an attempt. The problem to me ultimately is the acting. Like it doesn't sell it. Like, and I agree that nobody would be doing that in their right minds, but nobody's in their right minds at that point in the story. People are about to die, and it is like a punchline. Him saying that stuff to her, like, do you take me to having to hold for until death do us part? And she says no, and then she does what her friend says and breaks free to save herself. And he goes, what? And then immediately gets killed. And it's like not that funny, which is why this is one of the two segments that I actively don't like. That's one of the reasons. But like,
Randy.
it just does
Oh my
not
God.
work for me as a whole. And I think honestly, and I feel bad because like I don't like to disparage people's work, but like the acting's not good, and it's too expository, and it's not funny in the way that it wants to be. It just did not land on my.
One thing I didn't like, and then when I realized this was supposed to be funny, I was like, oh, okay, well now I like it. Was like the two people that were like going at like dressed up as people that were like filming a found footage horror short on Halloween night. That was their costume. And I was like, well, that's a really lazy way to explain away why people are filming all this. And I was like, oh, it's this whole thing is supposed to be funny. And I was like, well, okay, I'm down. Like that worked for me.
I actually thought that was fine. Like it was fine.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, but it's just ultimately I don't think that I don't think that the back rooms area that they go to is all that spooky in and of itself. I don't know. I like that it like shifts and changes on them. That part's cool, but it doesn't look
Hmm.
frightening to me the way that like if we're gonna compare it to Coochie Coo or whatever, that that environment was frightening.
Yeah.
It was dark, it was moody, it was like grungy and horrifying. This was just like a backroom situation or whatever, which works better with a subtle performance of somebody walking through like an unknowable thing. This is not at all a subtle short. So like it contradicts itself. It should be heightened. It should be like fucking Wonka's play place or some shit. And that to me would at least like that would at least play to the promise of like a goofy insanity instead of trying to walk the line between like the back rooms and essentially that. You know what I mean? It just doesn't really mesh well, and the acting really is needed to hold it together, but it doesn't. It's overly expository. That fucking dude dresses a pirate multiple times before they even get to the goddamn like catalyst of the horrors. Talks about how like corporate candy, blah, 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 and like talking about like, oh, there's no variety and stuff. Like you don't have to hammer it that hard, man. Like we know, like you can like they like, you don't need to mention it twice in a 2 minute span. Like it's too much.
Randy, Casper Kelly is gonna be coming for you.
Oh
I don't know.
boy.
I like Casper, but man, this one was not hitting for me. Just
Let's
wasn't.
we got two more still to get to.
Hmm.
I do think I'll make the point after I run through this. So the next one is called Kid Print. This was written and directed by Alex Ross Perry. We see a dude named Tim. He runs an electronics store in a small town in 1992. There's been a bunch of kids abducted recently, and Tim starts offering to film short interviews with local kids. He calls these kid prints. Just in case they end up going missing, they will have recent footage to put on the news so people know what the kids look like. They can keep an eye out for him. Tim, his wife, and two daughters end up going to the town square to trick or treat. And an officer tells him that a local girl has just gone missing, and he asks for her kid print. Tim runs back to the store to grab it, and he finds several snuff films are playing. Turns out his employee Bruce has been abducting, torturing, and killing kids. He also films everything along the way. He's fond of peeling their faces off and wearing them. He attacks Tim. He puts a kid's face on Tim. Two teens end up finding Tim and assume he's in on it. They stab him to death. Bruce ends up killing the kids, and then we cut to a news anchor saying that Tim was the culprit all along, and he's finally been caught and killed. She interviews Bruce on the news, who says maybe something in Tim's childhood caused him to act this way. However, Bruce will happily continue making kid prints for the community.
VHS Laserdisc.
And more. So there was the point that I was like kind of thinking of but holding off on. So like when I watch found footage movies, which this technically is, like I don't really mind if there's no possible way this footage would be found as long as the story is interesting and I can like sort of like fall into it and be immersed. Like I don't really care if it's like cut up one way or the other. But like if the story's not really there and it's not really pulling me in, then I find myself with like extra time wondering like why this footage would be cut this way and it doesn't really make sense why these two different
Sure.
camera angles would be edited together and this would never actually be found footage. Like I found myself watching this thinking more about that, which means like the stories aren't necessarily pulling me in. This next one definitely being one of them. Really, pretty much all of them, I think. I don't know if that necessarily affects you guys and how you appreciate found footage. I know this is something we've kind of talked about before, but I figured I'd kind of bring it up
Oh
at
yeah.
this point and see if that was a detractor to y'all or if you're kind of
Never,
indifferent.
never
I
think
no.
about that.
I
Yeah.
do think about it, and like I think that you're astute with like I think I agree with largely what you said, which is if I am not enjoying the plot, if I'm not enjoying the characters, if there's something that's not like that's not as airtight as it needs to be, then I'll start wondering about the nuts and bolts a little bit too much, and then it might start to fall apart for me. So like that started to happen to me when on the first few like run throughs of the soda commercial thing. I was not engrossed in any real way, and the way that it was cut was so like cinematic. Like the overlay was not doing the VHS job of making it feel anachronistic or of its time and place. It was not doing enough to do that. Whereas I think this one did, for my money. Like
I think so. I think it does a better
justified
job than most.
But also like it is a bonus regardless, good, bad, or other. Like if there's a decent story that does justify that, well, that's a significant feather in the cap for me as well. And I think
it is like, well, I don't know. So I think the story's interesting enough that like I don't ponder too much about it, but like there would be in theory like multiple cameras and multiple videotapes being like cut together to make this one segment. So it in no way I don't think would actually be proper found footage.
The culprit is an editor.
He is an editor.
That's
That's
true.
how I take it. Is like this is his.
That's totally fair.
Reel.
That's totally fair.
And he would have had the victim's camera from taking his daughters, and he's obsessed with kids, so he would have edited it that way. So actually, this is the one that's actually justifiable.
How did this land for you guys? Did this work? Did this work?
Here's what I'll say about this one is I think for its like time and its concept, it's like, I mean, it matches, you know, the scare of kids getting taken and not having social media and those kind of things. Halloween, you know, becoming more of like this dangerous thing after it was like such an innocent thing for so long. Like, I think that's fine and matches the kind of aesthetic that they're going for. But what I'll say is I couldn't, it really was like making me sick that they were like showing kids get tortured. Just couldn't find enjoyment in it. It felt at that point it became like a Hostel style thing where I was like, anything, it wasn't like super strong for me anyways, but I just couldn't find any enjoyment in it. Just having actual kids be tortured, him taking pieces out of them in a very realistic way. This was played straight. Yeah. They weren't doing any kind of over the top jokiness or there's no question in my mind that this was like played as straight. And they're like mini kids, some like really little are like being tortured. I didn't like it, man.
No, you're that like that. And here's what I'll say. Like, that is true. It is like, this does not shy away. The thing about this is that it is the most grimdark fucking segment maybe in VHS history.
Maybe
the only one besides maybe the first one where they have like basically an on-screen sexual assault in the wraparound. I remember that one pretty vividly as being a lot. But this one, it's a lot about kids or whatever. And like, personally, like, I think that the concept itself and the way that it's done and like the justifications that we just went through or whatever, I think that stuff's all good. The performances are all good in my opinion. I think this is just a full-length movie that is not given the proper room to give weight, and it's also bracketed by the silliest shit imaginable. So it makes it that much more grim dark, and I don't like that. I wish this was like just its own movie so I could like be objective and just cut that shit away and look at this as here's a grim dark movie that is
there are grim dark movies that I think are like Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer or that Polytechnic, which is Denis Villeneuve, where he made the film about the school shooting and made it like hyper realistic, but he made decisions about like making it black and white. Like, this is, I don't know, man.
This one sticks out like a sore thumb in an entirely different way from the last one, and they are right fucking next to each other. It made my skin crawl watching this one, and that's with me being like, this is hitting so many of my like found footage fan buttons where like it's doing things right, like it's justifying itself, it's like hinting at things, it's like the way people are talking seems not scripted or not overly scripted, shall we say. And but like, man, like the kid stuff is very dark. This is the same director as Lake Mungo, so like dark is a territory he's used to. Like,
I didn't
and I'm
realize
like,
that.
I could see that being blown out by the director of fucking Lake Mungo into an hour and a half of really dark but impactful, heartrending horror. But this does not belong in a short sequence with the fun size character.
I
It just
agree.
doesn't.
I I will say, like, the most gruesome moment of this whole movie that actually does work is from the Paco Plaza segment where we see the dude walking around like slowly plucking eyeballs out of people's faces. Like it's
Oh
a
yeah,
Oh,
very,
yeah.
very gruesome, but
it
it
would fit
works.
in with that.
But those aren't kids. Yeah, so when you
Yeah.
start like peeling kids' faces off, any sort of like enjoyment you had up until that point is like sucked away, like hardcore. So like I just really disliked this. And I think that's the point, honestly. They're not trying to make
Yeah,
something that
it's
you enjoy.
effective.
But like I don't want that in a VHS movie. Like that's not, generally speaking, not what these
Yeah.
movies have been, and that's definitely not what I want from them personally. Maybe somebody's into like the more like hyper gruesome stuff. Like I want to be like kind of creeped out, but like maybe have some laughs. But this thing comes in off the back of the silliest thing you've ever seen and shows you like the most gruesome segment potentially you've ever seen in any VHS movie and just fucking like sucks the soul out of your ass, man. And it's like,
Damn.
I think
what
that's
the
fair.
fuck
Like,
am I doing?
There's a
It-
reason
it-
that variety packs of candy you get at Halloween, to bring it back to Halloween, don't
yeah.
include fucking like I don't know, an apple. You know what I mean? Like you don't have fucking Hershey's Kisses sitting next to fucking, I don't know, like just random shit like raisins. Like they don't. There are things that like are fine, like a popcorn ball. That's
Yeah,
an
that
entirely
raisin
different thing
booty.
than candy. You don't package those together. You might get that in your candy, but it's a totally different thing. I don't
Yeah.
know.
The
I just really
analogy.
feel like,
Yeah,
huh?
just nailing the analogy. Just
I get
Yeah.
what you're
crush,
saying,
crushing it.
but
Yeah.
This is another
Yeah.
one though, which is a bit of a soapbox I will continue to be on, I guess. Is it's like this has and will continue to happen on any given day. It just so happens that we are seeing that witnessing this story on Halloween. Like it really doesn't have anything to do with Halloween. It's just a story that we find
I don't
them
know. I think
I,
it's
I
on
think
relevant,
it's
Halloween.
but
relevant
not.
around the lore that they set it in the
Mhm.
time, like I said before, of where especially the kind of premise that this is going off is like the innocence of Halloween is stolen. Of like it's not this the kids want to see it as like a holiday like Christmas where it's like, oh, it's the fun, but people have turned it into this excuse to take kids and stuff like that. And there were lots of fears around that. Like,
That's
yes,
the
it's
thing.
it's
Is this
fun
this
to
is
have the thing
Satanic
around
Panic
like, oh,
adjacent?
yeah, exactly. It's fun to have the like, oh, let's go trick or treat and let's wear the costumes and like that's the season. But as an adult and as a person living in the real world, another aspect of Halloween is people exploiting kids or using as an excuse where kids go out on their own to take them or whatever. So I mean, I
I don't
think
I do not disagree with the point you're making, but what I will say is like I want a segment that has more to do with Halloween. I
okay,
want all of
yeah,
these to have more to do with Halloween. If you're gonna say VHS Halloween, like make that
sure.
shit the most Halloween thing
I understand. Yeah.
ever. That's what I want, and like these just
I
are
don't disagree with
lacking,
that. Yeah.
generally
No,
speaking.
I think that like this has enough strong material to it to where I'm interested in this, and I think that it's like it has some pretty good qualities on its own. It's just misplaced, and it doesn't.
Yeah.
And like the thing is, like I separating the Halloweeniness from it, like which is a consideration, but like I'm trying to like to be objective about just the short and how effective it is. I think it is semi-effective and just placed poorly. Ultimately, that's the big crime of this segment. Otherwise, I don't have a ton negative to say about it. Even like the fact that it's like the kids aspect or whatever, it's very heartrending, and I can get behind a movie that does that sort of thing effectively. It gives itself the time and the world building and stuff to really sell those home, especially when you're also cleverly inserting like this like satanic panic stuff and like overprotectiveness. Oh, is it overprotective? Is it not? Who do you try? Like, there's angles to this that are very fucking interesting from a sociological level, and it's coming on the heels of the goddamn candy bowl with dicks. So that's the problem for me.
Well, let's get to the last segment here and wrap this thing up. The last one is called Home Haunt. This was written and directed by Micheline Pitt Norman and R.H. Norman. Sorry if I butchered that first name there.
Nailed it.
Tough.
So, for years, Keith and his son Zach have set up a home hunt for Halloween. They end up bonding over it. Now that Zach is a bit older, his friends make fun of him for it, and he's not really into it anymore. His mom convinces him to help his dad once again. They go to the antique store looking for spooky stuff, and his dad ends up stealing an old record to play in the haunt. It's Halloween night. They open up the haunt to their community. They play the record, and it ends up catching fire. Things start flying around, and seemingly everything in the haunt is now real. The door locks behind them. Keith's neighbor ends up getting crushed by a flying sheet ghost. Another girl is tortured in their torture chamber by a fucked up executioner. They get his axe away from him and kill him. Then we see a witch boil another girl in her cauldron, and then she boards her broom and flies out of the haunt. She rips another girl's head off and impales a boy with her broomstick. She flies off into the air with a camera. She drops it right in front of their haunt, and we see the giant face of the haunt that's sort of being used as a doorway start to come to life and stand up. And then we roll them credits.
Real quick, in regards to the last segment, I was wrong. It was not. He's not the director of Lake Mungo. I just misread this. So that was Joel Anderson. I just want to correct that.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
gotcha.
Hey, welcome to my favorite segment.
Yeah, this is the Halloween one.
The Halloween segment in the Halloween movie. This easily my favorite.
Yeah, this delivers on the promise here.
Yes.
It is
like
so
at
fun,
long
this
last. You have to wait an hour and a half to get to this shit, which is like sweet relief. Like, what the fuck? All these segments should be like soaked in Halloween lore, and it just takes way too long to get to it. I will say, fun little like piece of trivia. There's like no trivia on this movie because it's brand new. But the dude in this segment that is like going through the haunted house and saying like everything looks kind of like shit, that is practical effects legend Rick Baker.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
So he
like, come on, Jeff, this looks like shit.
That's
like
awesome.
most famously,
pretty good. I believed him to be a hater.
He most famously did the werewolf transformation in An American Werewolf in London. Rick Baker.
Okay.
Oh, and didn't he like specifically call out the werewolf? Am I misremembering?
He might have.
The ghost. No, he gets killed by the ghost.
Was it a ghost?
He gets killed by the ghost.
Okay, well, whatever it is, but.
No, man, this is the one. I mean, and it's perfect. It's perfect setup from the young kid VHS tapes of him enjoying shit with his dad and them being like really cute together. And then now he's a moody teenager and he blames his dad who's taken it too far and it's affected his personal life. And you have the practical stuff that they're painting, like that big green like mouth that they go into to open up the maze and stuff, and the sweet mom who's like in it to support like her husband, and like she kind of gets into it, but she's obviously not as big into it. This was perfect. This really was
completely agree.
Perfect setup. It's kind of got that like Pete and Pete kind of feel of like, I'm too old for Halloween. I'm too old for you, Dad. You're embarrassing me. And yeah, it's got cool ass, the ghost killing that dude and the blood coming out, and there being a real witch and him being scared, like, the witch is in there.
I popped hard. I was like, yeah!
I'm popping hard. Shit, I'm popping.
Oh my god, that shit
so hard right now. This witch boiling children.
Look.
No, yeah. I mean, it was cool because you know, you have these. What witch movie has the green witch other than Wizard of Oz with the
or Wicked? Yeah,
the nose that's got like warts all over it, and she disappears into
and it's justified perfectly.
Pink smoke. It is.
That's the thing. Is like perfect. It's like the hokiest possible things become terrifying.
They just need a
it's-
devil, Randy. Too bad they didn't give you a devil costume.
I know they needed
That
a
would've been
classic
great.
devil costume.
I
That's
know
a
you
shame.
like
But
that.
you know, they did a lot. They had a fucking witch flying around with a goddamn VHS camera ripping off trick or treaters' heads.
Yeah,
I loved that so
that was a
much.
great ending. That was a
Mhm.
great ending.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like,
it captured the spirit of the holiday and like kind of
Mhm.
aging out of it, and also like I don't know if you guys have ever watched like many of these documentaries about people like obsessed with home hunts, but like
Oh, yeah.
it is a drain on their family, and like sort of making a little like short sort of kind of touching on that. It's like very real and like interesting, and like wow, these people are obsessed in a way that like few people are. And like
Mhm.
he's like dragging his family through it even if they're not into it, and like their finances can be suffering because of it. And then like but through that he steals this record that like fucks up his whole life, but in like kind of a fun goofy way. Like all the
Yeah.
like goofy haunt shit comes to life, and like that's
Yeah.
that's fucking perfect for this movie. That's exactly
Sheet
what
ghosts
I want
kill
out of a
people.
VHS movie. Yeah, the death by sheet ghost,
so
like that's
awesome.
perfect.
That
Like
is.
I want more of that. Less of like the
I
weird
agree.
six-tittied milk mom thing.
60.
Like what are we doing with that
I
shit?
can have a
Like,
I can have a variety pack, but man, like this is exactly what I was promised by the title of this movie.
Yeah.
And it gave it. Like this one fulfilled the promise, and it was also fun as shit. There are some negatives here, like if you want to get down to brass tacks, I think that the performances aren't perfect by any means. I think they're a little
Yeah,
overly
I thought they were
expository.
they're
fine.
perfect. They are perfect.
I thought that the kid did great. I think that the
Hmm.
adults were a little bit like, I don't know, they just seemed a little bit not unreal to me, even in their real moments. You know what I mean?
Didn't
But
bother
then
me.
also like the record is a silly thing, and it might be a little bit sillier than I would like that he would find that and rip it off or whatever, and that it's a just the idea of a haunted record. I don't know.
I love
feel
the
like
design on that thing, though. The
well,
artwork
sure,
on
but
it
like
was
Yeah.
so
it's
cool.
it's
They
fine,
nailed it.
but it's
yeah.
but like why like the I know this is a question that you're not supposed to ask, but like why does that exist? Like why like you could have like, oh wow, a spooky book, and like and maybe that's a little too rote or whatever, but at least that to me is like somebody who's taking a silly thing so seriously that they're going to a very serious place with it, and too far with that.
Yeah,
That
I
does
see
not
what you're
feel like when you
saying.
pick up this record, it does not feel like a critical moment to choose whether or not this dangerous item is something you want to include in your silly haunt. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like that was the only, and it's a quibble. I admit. Otherwise, I really love this thing, and the way it ends up, like it doesn't feel like it's completely dissonant at that point because things go kind of silly places. So I mean, I don't know. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it, and it is grounded and then goes absurd, grounded to absurd, and like
but
the
in a
ramp up
justifiable
works great.
way. I also
Yeah.
loved how
Yeah,
the mom
yeah.
just started kicking ass.
Dude, it was a great
Step
character
up,
choice to
yeah.
have her like go from like the reliable like emotional support to
Steady,
the reliable
yeah.
axe support. I
Yeah,
fucking love
that show's
that.
awesome. And just the
see
different
this
like
being longer.
kills and stuff because it's so absurd. Like we were talking before about the kids dying. Like in this one, a little girl gets boiled in a pot and her skeleton is there, and one
Yeah,
girl
it's
gets
silly.
shocked
Yeah.
in
Well,
a
it's
in an
through a green
electric. It's
witch.
all the
It's-
things.
yeah.
But it's all the
Mhm.
things that as a kid, when you're going through a haunted house, that's like what you're scared
You're
of.
afraid,
And
yeah.
so it's from the
Absolutely, yeah.
perspective of your childhood of being scared of a haunted house, and then you're in a haunted house that really kills you. Like that's so fun.
It's perfect. It's
It is. It really
absolutely
is.
perfect.
It really is.
And it's
yes,
also like
they nail
the
it.
the parents have gone like presumably like they're aficionados in Halloween. They're big time enthusiasts. So at least like the dad is a little freaked out. He stepped too far out of line or whatever. And the mom who keeps shit together in their home life also keeps shit together here
Yeah.
because she knows how the fucking like she has enough
Rules
knowledge of
work,
these
yeah.
creatures and stuff to survive. The
The
family
lore,
trio.
yeah.
Yeah, it does a good job
Even
on
when
every
he's
level.
like, "Oh, the witch," it's like they made her together.
Yeah,
They know,
yeah.
like that's so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so fun.
Mama's fucking clocked in. She said, "Come on, bitch."
I love that shit so much. Yeah, no, best in the like they consistently do, like the last segment on a VHS is all like VHS entry is
Consistently
not
good,
guaranteed
yeah.
to be a banger, but it is large by and large the spot where you're gonna find the banger.
Yeah.
And
This
they did
is
not
this is one
disappoint
of
with this
those
one.
where like if you think for half a second about how the footage is like hella edited together, like found footage wise doesn't make a fucking lick of sense, but it doesn't really matter because this story fucking sucks you in. Like for me personally, maybe that bothers some people. But like the story it sucks you in and you're like just so into it like you really don't fucking care about the mechanics of the like the found footage
Sure.
stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
this works for me. I do think still like the more simple the story, the better. And I do think like when you get the like witch flying through the air POV style and like impaling kids, I think it still operates better before you get to that level of insanity. Like I don't necessarily dislike it, but I think it works better before that. Like keep it kind of simple. That's a nitpick though, because this one is still probably my personal favorite of the six that we see. This is one of the two I would say that it's like intrinsically related to Halloween, could not possibly happen on
Yeah.
any other day. They capture like the spirit of Halloween. I'm really, really down for it. This is what I was signing up for when like watching this movie. I was hoping for like everything to kind of feel like this. And this is the only one that like I think really kind of got even close to what I was hoping for. So
Yeah.
there you go.
That's fair. I mean, you had a pretty solid expectation. Just
Yeah.
rate it.
Let's do it. Out of five, Rand Diesel, how do you feel about VHS Halloween?
So I think that like through our conversation, I don't think we're as far off as I really thought we were. We just have like different preferences about stuff, which is fine, and a lot of our complaints are the same. So I don't know. Like this is by no means a perfect movie. Like I said in my recommend segment, I had a good time watching this overall. Like there were segments that are clunkers. The thing is like I think I'm very well primed and ready to deal with that in a VHS franchise film. That we've been around the block. We know that at least one of these
Oh
is going
yeah.
to come off really, really fucking badly. You hope for less of that, and you hope that it sticks to any theme that might be happening there, in a way that is like diverse but also unified enough and can fit together like Legos. You know what I mean? And I think this like does a relatively good job at that. I think that the Halloween vibes are there, but not strong enough. I will to Bob's point. I think that the haunted house is definitely the strongest of that. Maybe Fun Size is the second in that particular rating, but that's not one that I liked for other reasons. I don't know. I like this. I just had a good time watching it. It might be one short too long in general, for my tastes. Uh, I think I'm gonna come in at a 3.5. I enjoyed this. It's definitely above a 2.5 because that's like the midpoint, and I think I liked it enough to where I would maybe watch it again in a couple years or something, on Halloween. And the seasonal boost is there enough for me to like enhance the possibility of my rewatch, if that makes sense. So 3.5. I think it's fun
All
with
right,
flaws.
Juice, how do you feel?
Yeah, I didn't really like this one. There was too much to get through, and with the really good one being the last one and it being 2 hours long, I just was fed up with it. I really liked the last one. But you know what though? I say that. But I mean, if I was ranking it, like I think the last one's really good, and I really like the one where the guy steals the eyes. And then I thought the fun size was medium, and I like that guy's style. And actually, the fourth one, or the one with the kids, it's like I didn't like it, but the craft is there. Like it's just I don't want to watch it, but the craft, like it makes logical sense. It's just very unpleasant for me to watch. But I mean, it was made well, it wasn't. So really the ones that were just kind of shit was the mommy one and the soda one for me, in my opinion. So, but overall, like it's just too long and the juice wasn't worth the squeeze, and it was kind of like a disappointment of like a Halloween, promise, VHS Halloween. So with all that being said, I think I'll give it a 2.25. it is that hodgepodge of like you could completely cut the soda bullshit, cut that out of there, and the mommy one. But then I'd want to cut the kids one too, because I don't want to watch kids get tortured. So really, I'm left with like 3 segments that I want to watch, and of one of those 3, I'm like, oh, the fun size one's not that good. It's just like kind of the medium of the bunch. So really, again, coming back to it, out of 6 segments, there's really 2 that I like and 1 that I could tolerate. So that's not great. But I will say this Halloween one is going up there in like the top tier. If you're making a compilation of best VHS Halloween shorts, I'd put this one up there, of ones that like I would really crave to watch, of the haunted house, the come to life. Like that's really cool. So 2.25, I think. Bob, out of 5, where are you rating this one?
Dude, when you were running down the segments, everything it is exactly how I ranked them, basically,
Okay.
as you were
Wow.
running through. We're exactly in
Wow,
line
that's
on this
rare.
one. It is rare. So, like, yeah, I think the most effective one is that Ut Supra Sync Infra. Next to that, the Home Haunt segment, I would say. Then the Fun Size one, which is like still not perfect, but I think it's still good. And then after that, Kid Print, which is good, but I just didn't like it. And then Diet Phantasma, which I think is bad. And then Coochie Coochie Coo, which I just fucking hate, and I wish wasn't in this. Like, take that out of this fucking movie. It doesn't belong here, period, I think.
Jesus
Get
Christ.
it out of here. So yeah, like half of these I guess I like, but only 2 of the 6 I would say are like directly connected to Halloween. And this is a 2-hour movie. It's a bit of a slog, man. But by the end of it, I
If
was
there's a
just
goddamn Christmas tree mentioned in any other movie, it's a Christmas movie.
yeah, but yeah, we
But if they
joke
said it
about
was
that.
VHS Christmas and there was just a
Exactly.
Christmas tree in it, then no, that would
Yeah.
not be acceptable.
Yeah, it's not like we're talking about Alien Christmas. It's like there's an alien movie with a Christmas tree. We make a lot of jokes about it because there's a Christmas tree in it. But like, yeah, this is
Technically, it
VHS
is
Halla
Christmas.
fucking Ween, and like only 2 of the 6 are like intrinsically related to Halloween. They just did not deliver on that for me. Maybe that bothers me more than most people. Also, like most of these segments, I did not enjoy. It was a slog.
Yeah.
I was fucking so happy when it ended. I don't know, man. This is not for me. It's not the worst VHS. It's far from the best VHS. I do think it being on Shudder is a nice thing. Like, throw it on. It's the Halloween season. Whatever. It's a new movie. It's got some Halloween vibes. That last segment, I think, is worth watching alone. Watch the movie alone for just that last segment, because that shit really is a lot of fun. And I think they fully deliver on the Halloween vibes for sure. And that Ut Supra Sick Infra, I mean, that's just a solid short. Like, I really don't get much Halloween vibes. I mean, obviously, the flashbacks, like, they're in costume and stuff, but like, that's just a solid ass short, period. No matter what it would be, and you could really kind of plug that in anywhere. It's a solid short, man. So I'm gonna come in with a 2.5, a little bit over Juice, definitely on a Rand Diesel. That's gonna put our aggregate at a 2.75 for Halloween.
Hey, real quick, since you
VHS
guys
Halloween.
listed your favorites in order, I'm going to do the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Real quick, number 1, Home Haunt. That's not a surprise. Number
Oh, yeah.
2, Kid Print. Kid Print has good bones on it, good structure. 3, Coochie Coo. Love me a darkened hallway, baby.
Damn, that shit
Number
sucks,
4,
asshole.
Dude, no, it doesn't.
Can't believe you put that
Oops,
over the. Yeah, that one. Ooh.
The Ut
I am,
Supra,
because it is, to me, it hits more original. Ut Supra Sin Infra, like, and that's where those are the 4 that I enjoy in this that I would say, like, overall I enjoy. And then you hit Fun Size, which I had problems with, which I've gone over, and then Diet Phantasma, which just does not feel connected to this movie to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
There
anyway,
you
just
go.
for comparison's sake,
All
there
right.
you go.
Well, 2.75 from the Straight Chilling Crew. Let's go ahead and jump over to our Rotten Tomatoes segment and see what the critics and users have to say about VHS Halloween.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Rotten Tomatoes segment in which I'm going to have these gentlemen guess within the best of their abilities what the aggregate positive score is on RottenTomatoes.com for VHS Halloween. We have it's a pretty new movie, so there's a tomatometer with the critics that has 43 reviews, and then there's a poopometer from the users with 50 plus ratings. So low levels of rating all around, not a lot of input just yet. Still very new and also a little bit under the radar, being a streaming release. So I'm going to start with the critics, rather, as we always do. And I'm going to start with Bob tonight, since you had such a fiery response to this movie. What do you think that the 43 critic reviews are going to say about this movie in aggregate?
I do not think the critics are going to love this one. So I'll take, honestly, like, I think a generous 50%. I think that would be generous.
50%.
I'll go with that.
What a generous man.
Yeah.
All right, 50% from Bob, right down the middle. Soju, you got a real clear over-under situation happening here. What's it going to be?
I think I'm going to go slightly over, just because I think since it's Halloween and it's like a horror movie coming out at Halloween, it's VHS, and it's like, I don't know, I feel like more people are just kind of forgiving of those things, maybe. I don't know, to rate it slightly more positive. So I'm going to say 55.
55. Okay. So 50 from Bob, 55 from Juice. Let me do some quick brain math here. It's not going to be that quick. So you guys talk amongst yourselves for like 2 seconds.
Bob.
Slow brain math. Halloween is fun, right? We all really
38% difference in the score. Here.
Holy shit!
And between the correct score or the correct the
Damn, we're going
best
really
guess
high,
and the
going
correct
really
score.
low. I think I got this, Bob. I think
you
weird.
did. Yeah, I think you did.
And you did. It's 93% positive, right?
God
now.
damn.
93%.
That is quite
Dude.
unexpected. Oh my god.
Wow, we're in the minority here.
Oh yeah,
I'm
that's the
a
minority report right there, baby.
Well, in Korea, you actually are.
Let's move on.
I am. I know. See? Look at that.
Look at you. Not
I know
even
the minority
televised.
experience. I really do.
Oh my gosh.
You poor soul. How are you living? How are you even?
Yeah. Really
It's rough over
marginalized
here,
minority over in
Oh.
South Korea. The white man is famously
Funny.
put upon.
You don't
in
know the
Korea.
struggle, Randy.
I'm gonna airmail you a sack of crystals just to keep you going, brother.
Oh, man. That's not going to keep. All right. Let's move over to the user score, the poopometer, as it's called. There are only 50 plus ratings in the user score here, so keep that in mind as you cast your ballot. Going in reverse order, Soju, 50 plus ratings. What percentage would you say are positive from the users?
I think it's gonna be lower than 93, but I think it's still gonna be positive. Just from actually, I don't know anything about this movie, about how people are rating it, but you guys seem to think a lot of people like it, so I'm gonna go with that.
I actually don't know.
Oh well, I'm gonna go with that anyways. And say I'm gonna give. That's a little too high, I think. No, well, fuck it. I'll take The Boys 86. I think that's a little too high, but that's what I'm going with.
Fuck it.
It's been a while since I took The Boys.
All right. 86. Bob, you going over? You going under? You going sideways?
No,
Where you going?
you got me questioning my life now. People over here with the fucking in the 90s with this shit. I'll take 86. Still seems crazy high to me. But
Yeah, I think that's a little too high.
Again, aggregate of positive.
Yeah. I know. I would have bet that the audience score was going to be higher than the critics, but there's no fucking way that's true now. So I'll take the under, I guess. Give me an 84 and maybe we'll tie with an 84.
Ooh, 84. You going for that 19 1985. All right. Let's do some quick dumb brain math here. Boop boop bop. Talk amongst
I think
yourself.
you got this one, Bob. I think this one's swinging your way.
24% difference.
Okay.
24% difference.
110%? Oh my
Yeah, that's right.
God.
You nailed it. I can't believe
Highest
over
rate.
100% of
believe
people
it's
love this.
110%.
Oh man, they really gave it all.
I can't believe they all
They
said
left it
"Hell
all on the
yeah!"
field. Yeah, there you go.
They did not.
By the way, the correct number is 60%. The
I
correct
got it.
response is 60%.
Way more
60%.
understandable.
60% positive, which I'm a man of the people this week. But yeah, that's it. There's no aggregate. Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you guys. Man,
I'm more of an individual, I kind of stand out
no,
amongst the people.
Whew. Yeah, I'm just more of a correct person.
Great minds think for themselves, Randy.
Okay. You guys were toe and toe, back to back. You guys were basically touching tips this whole episode. I don't know if you can have the claim of being
That makes
individual.
us stronger, okay?
We're
Okay, all
stronger
right. London
together,
Bridge is falling
Randy.
down, and the
We're
bridge
building a
is your two
bridge.
dicks touching.
Damn.
All right, let's read some negative reviews and see what
Strong
the.
bridge.
Well, that's a hell yeetin' ski.
It's at
Bob.
least a Q-che of a bridge.
The
It's got a dip
old
right in the
Yeezy.
middle. Let's do
Drive
a
carefully.
quick read of some negative reviews. See what some negative Nellies have to say about this film.
Whoa,
It's definitely the
those
funniest of the
Nellies.
franchise, but while it's filled with gore, the derivative segment of shaky cameras, incessant screaming, and jump scares quickly become frustrating. You've played this tape
Bullshit.
before, and it's starting to wear thin.
Derivative.
Okay. You queued up a found footage horror movie. I don't know how you expected it not to have a shaky cam at any point. I'm not sure what the fuck you
Yeah.
expected.
I mean, I kind of understand that critique. Just like, it's specifically with the Coochie Coochie Coo segment, it's like you're in a spooky house, there's a thing around the corner, you see the thing at the end. Like, yeah, I don't know.
yeah,
like,
but that's not the complaint he's making.
well, I'll
Shaky
shut the fuck
camera?
up. Oh yeah, shaky
That's-
camera. I mean, that is found footage. That just
Jump
what it is.
scares, like jump scares.
Yeah, you gotta,
Like,
you
I
gotta
think-
have it. You gotta have it.
Like I don't know what. Like, did he watch the other ones and think, "Wow, no jump scares in any of this"? Like, what are we?
No
doing?
shaky cam whatsoever.
Yeah, this found
Until
footage
the
it feels like it's
eighth
not found footage
movie.
at all. Great. Okay, one more. With a wraparound story by Scotland's own short film maestro Brian M. Ferguson, we are guaranteed at least some high quality entertainment. That's a negative blurb. The fuck? that's a
Well, it
positive
turns
blurb
out-
about my lowest rated.
Turns out that segment sucked dick. So
Oh,
Damn.
that's why it's
Whoops.
negative.
yeah. That was the before picture, I guess. All right, yeah, that's it for Rotten Tomatoes. It sounds like trivia is a no-go, right?
Yeah, there's really no trivia on this one since it's so new, but let's go ahead and talk Cooter of the Week.
Straight chillin'. Gooder of the week.
Juice, what is a Cooter and why do we hunt them?
Well, Bob, Cooter's a character type and a straight chillin' exclusive.
Exclusive.
Well, the pause really sold me.
I know. Got to build that anticipation. Cooter asked it 3 of these 5 points to be considered a cooter, but we want the cooter with the most points. The 5 points of cooterdom are sexual deviance, manipulation, smug arrogance, overall looking attire, and overall patheticness. Boys, I think we got ourselves at least one cooter this Halloween, but maybe more than one.
I mean,
Go,
I'm
Randy.
sorry,
go,
we gotta go there.
Go.
Kid print,
Yeah.
Mr. Editor.
Bruce. What's his
Jesus
name? Bruce,
Christ.
right?
That guy, like, I gotta say, that performance I thought was really great. That guy
Actually,
was,
was
performance
good.
was pretty good.
he
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
perfectly like nonchalant, and like you can understand how a person might have rehearsed it that way. Do you know what I mean? Like not
Oh,
not as an
yeah.
actor, but like as a killer trying to hide.
Yeah, yeah.
But
yeah.
also letting it slip right at the end.
especially in the 90s.
Yeah, man. I like the way he talks to his victims is so fucking horrifying.
So manipulation.
Check.
Mm-hmm.
I don't sexual deviancy.
I
don't
think
think so.
inherently. I think inherently, if you're doing non-consensual shit to
suggestive,
kids, it seems sexual to me. It's
or
just like it.
the
Oh,
way he was,
I-
the way he said, I'm
He
just
wore
looking at
kids'
their
faces.
faces. Or no, when he
yeah,
was
like he
like,
wanted to be a kid still. I didn't
Yeah, he's
read
like,
it
"Oh,
as
you're gonna be
sexual.
brave and go out on your own tonight." Oh, like there's no way there's nothing sexual about this to me.
Huh,
I
yeah,
just don't see it.
when he was
specifically at the
saying,
end.
I
when he's
just,
I
I
can't.
just
talking
I don't
sit
know
about,
that I
like,
back
can
in that
support it through the
room all
text.
day looking at all their little innocent faces. I'm like, ah.
Yeah, dude. What the
oh,
fuck?
oh, I didn't
What
read it
the
that way,
fuck?
but I'm in the minority. That's fine.
Nah.
Mm.
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
we can
he's
put it on
literally murdering
pause.
kids, so
Yeah.
like he is a cooter. There's no way
Yeah.
around
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Well,
Well, let's
okay,
go to the
so
third
let's say
rung here.
let's say manipulation for sure. Smug arrogance.
I
I
yeah,
mean, I think so.
think
This is
so,
right under
yeah.
the owner's nose, and
Yeah.
For sure.
And then at the end,
yeah.
the way he gives that interview is like, oh yeah, like
yeah.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
dedicated to keeping
Oh
this open.
yeah.
By the way, that alone, like the idea that there would be say a photographer who got caught killing children at his kid's photography
Mhm.
studio, and his underling is going to keep that business
keep the
open.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nah,
No one's
Fuck,
going there.
No,
No one's
Like,
going
that
there.
is arrogant as shit. You are not capable of rescuing this business from being fucking disturbing to people.
Also, one little hint that I actually thought was clever. It's too bad that this is just so dark, but it's just when they go back there at the beginning and the girl asks, "Oh, there's some missing. Are those the kids
Yeah.
that are missing?" I later took it as not necessarily that the police had them, which I guess you would
Oh, he definitely
Assume
had them.
that. Yeah.
yeah, but I thought that those were like his trophies, and
He's,
like
like,
that's how
editing
yeah,
in.
that's how this
Those
is
are the
being
ones we
edited
saw.
together.
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
So
they edited
Oh,
in.
yeah.
By the way,
that's
she
so
said that they were
fucked up,
murdered. That's
man.
another reason that one is directly tied to Halloween, because the abductions were happening on
yeah,
Halloween.
yeah.
No, they
They
were
say that
happening all
explicitly.
leading up to
To
Halloween.
Halloween.
But they would not let specifically. They had abductions on Halloween, and that's why Halloween was in particular a reason for.
Yeah, but it
They
could have
said
happened
that.
any day.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
It's gonna. It
But yeah,
happened
anything can
before,
happen
and it's
any
gonna
day.
happen after. It's just. Sure, it's a nitpick that I am going to pick. Just gonna do
Okay.
it.
All right, take your pick.
So okay, so we have smug arrogance, manipulation. Looking at Tyre, he's wearing children.
He's wearing children's faces. So,
Yeah, that-
you know,
Check. Yeah,
We got him.
okay.
I would raise an eyebrow if I saw somebody wearing a child's face. in front of
Patheticness,
me.
though.
Is that a child's face on your face?
How are we going
Is that-
patheticness?
Where'd you get that, my guy?
He like
I
he
don't
schemes
think
his
so.
way. Yeah, he's successful. in
Very
his
pretty
little
good.
scheme, yeah.
But the thing is, here's the thing. The second another kid goes missing,
yeah,
they're going
he's-
straight to that place.
Yeah,
and
they're
he's
going
getting
straight to that
arrested.
guy,
But
yeah.
like, I can understand like if the conceit is partially like that he's pushing his luck because he's pathological and like he can't help but to push his
Yeah,
luck. Like
yeah.
that's what more movie would have done for this, you know?
Yeah.
But he's Cooter. He's Cooter for sure.
He's
Whether you want to throw sexual deviance in there or not is up to you. But we got him.
Oh yeah.
How
Solid
about?
4.5.
Is there anybody else for sure that comes to your mind?
I mean, the mommy.
A mommy
Mommy. Yeah, she's a predator.
manipulation.
Manipulation.
And before anybody comes at me for not
Manipulation.
giving half star for the Yabo, so it wouldn't matter anyways because we also get some chocolate dong later. So you know my rules. I stay
and some hairy severed
hairy
balls.
nuts. Yeah. So
Not big on
That's
uh,
plus 3 stars. I don't know your rule, Jews, but you know.
The code is
so
getting
okay. So
confusing.
the mommy, she's manipulation.
Manipulation.
Smug arrogance. I don't really know. Like,
I guess. Yeah.
Yes. She's
Look at
kinda
the
like,
tire. Jesus.
she's got a motivation, but it
What a
almost seems
fraud,
animalistic.
am I right?
Fucking hippie.
I mean,
This goddamn godless hippie out here wearing not even one, much less 3 bras.
You need some
Yes.
support over there, girl.
no use crying over spilt milk, am I right?
Mm.
So
Patheticness. Yeah, I mean, yeah, she's got a little army of JD Vances. It's not. It's not exactly giving strength to me.
Goddamn. Patheticness, manipulation, sexual deviancy. She's got grown people sucking
Yeah,
on her nips. I mean,
Which
yeah. The nip suckage
that's
is kind of
sexual
push it out.
deviance.
yeah, and like force feeding
But
grown
also like the
people your
like
milk
it's
to turn
explicitly
them into
maternal in nature.
children. It's
But I don't
Is
know.
it?
Like that's
is it? Yeah, I don't know. She's
I mean,
also
it's
like kind of
supposed
a
to be. I don't
demon
know.
creature. I don't know
Yeah.
what.
It's a little bit too nebulous to really nail that
Pathetic.
down, I think. Yeah. There
Yes.
was a lore involved where she was like her kids got she got impregnated and her kids got taken. I don't know,
Yeah,
some
there
shit
was
like that.
she. Yeah,
And it
yeah, I
wasn't
was a little
that harped
confused
upon,
about
which I was
that. Yeah.
grateful that they didn't like really exposit, but they did insert some of that shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. King Cooter, we got the King Cooter. It's fine. We got
I
him.
know.
We got him
I
locked
know.
up.
Lock
got
him
Nobody's
up.
gonna hold a
Lock
candle
him
to
up.
that shit.
Lock his ass up. Hey, let's talk about what else we've been watching for the past like 3
Holy
weeks.
shit. For the past month.
Holy shit.
What you been watching?
Oh,
It's gonna be like,
fuck.
it's gonna be taking the
Randy
hugest,
gets
most
backed
satisfying
up.
shit.
I know. Randy
do.
just
It's
has
I can
to
feel it in my
release.
gut.
I gotta
you know?
release the watch you've been
Randy's
watching.
Randy's fucking nuts are full.
Oh man, there is nuts in there. Yeah, that's true. Corn
Randy,
too.
let it rip. What you been
Go,
watching?
Randy.
Okay, what I've been watching.
Damn.
I watched The Long Walk. The Long Walk was quite fun.
Ooh.
Thud of an ending, but I enjoyed it ultimately. I rewatched Haunt, which we saw some years ago and reviewed, and I still kind of like that movie. There's
It's
some
good.
flaws I had forgotten, and but there's some really solid set pieces, and that is like very Halloweeny, deeply Halloweeny. I appreciate that about it, and there's still some surprises. I forgot what happens when some masks start coming off. If you guys remember what I'm talking about,
I do.
and that
Yeah.
that was that hit again for me. I watched Friendship on a plane, and I love Tim Robinson. Might be a little. I might have a cap on how much Tim Robinson vibe I can take at one time.
That's fair. Yeah.
I started watching Haunted Hotel on Netflix, which I like, but I feel like is pretty like the word that I kept coming to is like pretty conventional feeling, weirdly enough. I love Will Forte, and he's very much doing the Will Forte thing. And I like the other actors, they're doing fine, but they're kind of trying to hit like a Bob's Burgers by way of genre, the Rick and Morty like genre storytelling thing happening. And it's not quite coalescing for me just yet. I've seen about 6 episodes, but it isn't not enjoyable, so I'm still watching it. Yeah, I don't know. I like some of the spooky stuff, but I don't know if it's really hitting the funny bone, which is a shame. I think they want it to be like Bob's Burgers funny, but it's not quite going there. Let's see. I watched the Billy Joel documentary. So It Goes, it's called. The first half of that was very fascinating and great, and I loved it. And the second half had some good stuff in it too. But like by the end of it, I was like, man, that really put a very positive spin on some very, very shitty things that this man has done. And I love Billy Joel. Bob knows this. Since high school, I've been a huge Billy Joel fan. So like it was good to get to know more about the guy's life or whatever. A lot of stuff I just didn't know because I never really looked into himself. I just really liked the music. And I still do. But yeah, there's some of that stuff like, yeah, he's not a perfect guy, let's say. Clown in a Cornfield, like rewatch that. No.
So Joel.
Clown in a Cornfield, rewatch that. I actually rewatched it twice because I wanted Beck to finish it, and Beck went to bed midway through it once. So I was like, no, we're gonna watch the rest of it again. I just enjoy that movie, man. It's just kind of great. It's great for this time of year. It's like that's the reason that I brought up Cornfield as a poll option, is because I was watching that movie. I was like, this is like like a pretty common trope setting, and we haven't really explored it too much. So I like it. I watched a movie called The Borderlands, which was found footage, and I enjoyed. I'm trying. Here's the thing: is I was not sober, so I'm having a hard time remembering the details of it. But I did enjoy it. I remember that much. So I'm gonna look it up and maybe talk about it again next week because I can't remember. I'm just running down the
It's
list
like a
here.
spooky church movie from maybe Scotland. Is that the
Yes.
one? Is
Okay.
that the
Yes.
one?
It's the one with
Yeah.
the with the Vatican
Yeah.
priests
Yeah.
coming to explore a potential haunting or something at a church, a remote church. And yeah, I liked it quite a bit. It had some flaws, but like yeah, some of that stuff hit pretty good. Like this one is like an excellent example of just like the wandering through darkened hallways and shit. And it is also
Yeah.
kind of like in the vein of the as above, so below sort of thing. I liked it. It was good, and I had heard that it was quite good. So like the acting in it was like serviceably good as well. I liked it all. Um, last couple things are going to be not movies. I watched Ginger Root live in concert for the first time during the big Wheel tour, and I've been waiting a long time to do that because I've been like hyper engrossed with Ginger Root last year and during summer, and I never got a chance to watch them live rather, and it was great. I had a great time. And then that same weekend, I got to see the Viagra Boys live in concert, and that was a lot of fun. Holy
I'm
shit,
jealous.
that shit was baller as hell. I had just so much fun watching this dude belch into a goddamn microphone in the middle of a statement. It was fabulous. So I watched those, and then also I did play a game called I've brought this up I think before called UFO 50, which is an indie game that's essentially a collection of 50 NES 8-bit games that were made to seem like they were from that era, but they are made in modern times or whatever. And so it's like kind of like a grab bag. It's the experience of like pulling a random cartridge out and putting it into your Nintendo and playing it and seeing if it's any good. And a lot of them have flaws or whatever, or a lot of them are really basic. And then some of them are really great. The one I really want to highlight out of those 50 is one called Night Manor, which I've since come to find is largely considered to be one of the best ones on the game in general. And it is a point and click horror adventure. Um, I've never been a big point and click guy, but I really enjoyed this. The aesthetic of it was great. The mechanics were like pretty robust for being like intentionally limited to the scope of an NES level game. I really enjoyed it, and I highly recommend it. It's a pretty solid horror experience. Not the scariest thing in the world, but scary enough, and like takes itself seriously. I liked it. And that whole game, the whole 50 so far, there hasn't been a game that I have like just outright hated. They've all been pretty fun, at least. And then the last thing I'll mention happened just last night after watching Haunt, after watching VHS Halloween and the home haunt thing. Got to go to a cornfield maze sort of thing called Markov's Haunted Forest. Some neighbors invited us. I knew nothing about this, and it is like I would say on the level of some like Universal Studios level like fucking haunted house shit. It's the kind of thing that it's like the difference being that they refine it the same houses and add to it every year. So it's like two long ass walkthroughs. One is through like a bunch of different stuff, a witch's hut, a fucking UFO, like all kinds of shit you walk through with like spooky shit. It's really well done, and it's like it's a homegrown thing made by locals, and I really really appreciated it. It was like pretty professional seeming, and much respect to it. I would do it again, and I highly recommend it if you're in that area of Dickerson, Maryland. That's where it is. And that's it. That was the big shit. It's gone. And you guys, I gotta lean back for a second. You guys take the lead.
Randy. Whoa.
Damn. Juice, what you been watching?
So I'm starting to go through, classic stuff. So I watched Hocus Pocus. I watched the Mickey Mouse Halloween Spooktacular, which I really like to watch. Watch Corpse Bride again. It's been a few years. That movie's actually kind of disappointing. But I watched that one. Watched Return of the Titans, which is such a good movie, and anyone who's dealing with the negativity of American life should watch that one these days. That's just a great.
Remember the Titan, the football movie?
Oh yeah. Sorry, I remember
Yeah.
the Titans. My bad. Remember the Titans. I watched the new Park Chan-wook movie. It's called No Other Choice, and that one is very autumn. It's set in the autumn time, the Korean autumn, which is quite beautiful. It's a black comedy. It is about murder and stuff like that, but it's was a little disappointing for me, honestly. But still it's got some good stuff going for it. It's beautifully shot. The cinematography is amazing. But just the overall story I thought was a little disappointing and not as innovative as he typically is. I've been watching that Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated for the spooky season. That
Nice.
shit's so funny and a
It's
lot of
so
fun.
good.
Dude,
Yeah.
Fred cracks me up so much with his trap talk, dude. That shit is
Yes.
so funny.
Yes.
Even just the little thing like, oh, these chains are great. Where did you get them? And just stuff like it's so ridiculous. That is a really good Scooby-Doo iteration. It's a lot of fun to go through. Um, I also been watching some Batman the Animated Series Halloween kind of special, some Scarecrow ones. There's one I posted on the Slack today, Almost Got 'Em, which starts off with Poison Ivy and a specifically Halloween pumpkin patch, which is really cool. Also, The Wonderful Autumn of Mickey Mouse. I mention it every year for like the past 5 years. That one's really great. Just autumn vibes. So, so, so good. I saw Muse in concert, which was actually
Hell yeah.
really good. I remember that. I listened to Muse quite a bit when we were in college, those like first 3 or 4 albums, and they put on a hell of a show. It was a good concert here in Korea. And yeah, enjoyed that a lot. I have tried out a couple things that have not hit so well. I tried watching that Agatha All Along because I was like, oh, like maybe a dark kind of Marvel thing. Struggling to watch that one. Also, I guess this year they came out with the Marvel Zombies, which has ended up not being very good. There is a show on Netflix too. It's like an animated, it's called like Haunted Hotel or whatever. It's
Yeah, I just brought that up.
animated. Yeah, yeah. And it's okay. It's okay. But yeah, those are kind of the clunkers out of everything. But yeah, start, going through the rounds, watching some classics and some stuff I haven't revisited in a little while. So just full spooky season swing. You know what's up. You know what's up. Bob, what you been watching?
Oh, hey. Started rewatching Scooby-Doo Mystery Inc. with Alice. She'd never seen it
Okay.
before. And
Fuck yeah.
definitely enjoying that. We always like come up with sort of like an overarching theme for our Halloween party, and this year we were gonna do like Scooby-Doo, and I was like, well, we gotta watch this shit. So we threw it on, definitely enjoying that. I've been like painting a lot of like Scooby-Doo villain faces. I haven't painted anything in like a decade. But it's not sucking.
It was
So
looking good. Yeah. You posted
thumbs
it.
up. Thumbs up.
Yeah.
Dude, that haunted astronaut or whatever, I saw
Yeah.
somebody did the best costume of that online. I'll
That's
send it to you.
fucking
I
rad.
was very jealous.
It's an easy like face to put together, if you get it to
Mhm.
glow right. Like, yeah, that I could see that
Mhm.
working out. That show's great though. It's on Netflix, so if you're interested in like a more modern take on Scooby-Doo, check out Mystery Inc. It's up there for you. Also, Great British Bake Off. They got a new season rolling every Friday
Okay.
on Netflix. So we've been watching that, and that's just very nice, just very
So
pleasant.
pleasant. God, that's the
Yeah.
most pleasant shit, dude. That's more of
I
a
watched the
spring
Halloween
watch for me.
celebrity
But
American Bake Off with like Patton Oswalt and Leslie Jones and shit. It was fun.
American.
Those shows are also just a little bit awkward, which is
Interesting.
strange.
I didn't
I
know
like my
your
Bake
boy
Off's
Patton was a
British.
baker.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
agree
it's like
generally, but I like
we
Patton.
watch it like first thing Saturday morning with like a cup of coffee, and it's
Ooh,
just like
yeah.
so
Dude, it's
pleasant.
so
Yeah,
it's like
it
I
is.
usually watch it with breakfast too. It's like start your
Yeah,
day off with some
it's
British Bake
really
Off.
nice.
It's great.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the time for
just
pastries.
like
Great.
just like level sets, and you're like, yeah, all
Yeah.
right, let's go do the day now. Yeah,
Yeah. Let's go live in America. Oh Lord.
yeah, let's just
Let's go.
struggle.
I'm ready for today. Oh
I
no.
wish I was in England.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of, I did rewatch An American Werewolf in London.
Nice. That's a great one.
Fucking great, great werewolf movie, a classic. I'm just gonna like try and like barrel through as many like horror classics as I can this year, like stuff that I know I love but just haven't seen in a really long time. That was like my first one. It spoiler alert, it's great. Holds up.
Oh yeah.
We did watch Over the Garden Wall as well because like it's full blown fall season and like that's an annual watch. You got to do it.
Halloweenies.
Gotta do
Over the
it.
Garden Wall. Also they started like selling Mondo, I guess. They put out like some really, really nice like Over the Garden Wall figures. If you're into that, you can buy those. Penny Dreadful, another thing that I am a big fan of. Juice, obviously, you just dropped a minicast talking about the first season of it, introducing that to Alice as well. And like we're almost done with the first season, and that shit holds up very well.
Good.
Perfect for Halloween time. Definitely check that out. Lastly, I'll say I watched the first 2 episodes of that new monster series, the Ed Gein story on Netflix.
Beck had an episode of that on as well.
I think I might fucking hate it. I think.
Oh, Bob.
Just in conceit, I don't like it.
Dude, so it is. So the first episode is truly about Ed Gein, but it's like super sensationalized, and I kind of I was like interested in watching it because I actually did learn a little bit about the first season they did with Dahmer, Jeffrey Dahmer. There was like I did actually learn some things from that, and I was like, okay, well, maybe there's a silver lining regarding this season, the third season. I didn't bother watching the second season. Maybe I can actually like learn something, even though this is like clearly primarily for entertainment. Maybe I can learn something. So 2 episodes in, I'll say this is at least equally about Hitchcock making Psycho the movie as it is about Ed Gein. So like
really?
Yeah, so only 2 episodes in, maybe it changes, but like at this point, like what the fuck are you what are they doing? What are they fucking doing? God, like I don't know, man. If I finish it, it's just fucking dog shit. I think I like if I finish it, it's gonna be it's a struggle. Like I just don't know what the point of it is. Like I was already pretty dubious on it, just like in general existing. And then when you've got this dude playing Anthony Hopkins, like being like taken through the like fucking fake ass house that they're quote shooting Psycho in. Sorry, Anthony Perkins. I said Hopkins. Anthony
I
Perkins.
was like, I'm getting
Sorry.
really
Anthony
confused
Perkins.
about what the hell is happening now. We're all over the place.
Anthony Hopkins.
Like Anthony
Perkins.
Hopkins.
It's just like, and then you've got this short little dude like pretending to it just sucks. It just sucks. Anyway,
I just
that's
listened
on
to you
Netflix.
talk about it. So
Man, that sucks!
Man, that sucks.
that sucks, dog.
So, I will say I don't like Charlie Hunnam as an actor.
Yeah.
But I do
He's putting
think
on a crazy voice, and I'm assuming that it's from life because
I would
otherwise it's
assume
a
that
crazy
too.
choice.
I don't know that, but I will say like I think his acting in this is good.
Oh wow.
What I saw, it seemed fine. Yeah, like the
It's
voice is
generally
crazy,
not
but
very
I
good,
take it
yeah.
as like
Yeah.
a Capote thing or like a Lincoln thing, where it's like, yeah, that's what he's supposed to sound like. So you kind of
Yeah.
gotta
So
go
what
for
he's playing Ed Gein, is that what it is?
He
He
is,
is, yeah.
yeah, and I think he's doing a good job. Also, what's her name? Laurie
Laurie
Metcalf
Metcalf
that her
is
last
just an
name?
incredible fucking
Dude,
actress in
she
general.
is quality. She plays his
Mhm.
mom in this, and she's so far my favorite part of the whole show. She's
That
really,
does not
really,
surprise me. She
really
is
good,
great.
yeah.
I've never seen her put in a bad performance on fucking anything. It's crazy.
yeah, she's killing it. So, overall, I think I hate it so far, but Laurie Metcalf, man, yeah, she's doing it. She's doing the thing. So that's what I've been watching this week. We do have a few voicemails to get to, so let's jump over to our hotline screams.
Hotline scream.
If you guys are listening and would like to call and leave a voicemail for next week's show, you can hit us up at 904-638-3231. First up, we're going to hear from everybody's favorite spider monkey, Caitlin. Let's hear what she has to say.
What up, boys? It's your girl Caitlin from Plug It Up. New week, new teaser for Chilloween Trivia. I'm going to do 2 rounds this week since I will be starting a new job next week. Just dropped off my computer at my old job, feeling pretty good about it. But 2 of the trivia rounds that we're going to be doing are, one is called First Shot, Last Shot, which is where I show the very first shot, a screen grab of a movie, and the very last shot, and you have to tell me what horror movie it is. Some good iconic first and last shots in there. And then another one is alternate titles. So going to be showing the alternate/working titles of different horror movies, and you have to tell me what the horror movie ended up being called. Yeah, I think those are pretty fun. Hopefully you guys will enjoy them, and can't wait. See you later. Bye.
Yeah, Caitlin's
That's
bringing the
awesome.
heat with these categories.
Love it.
Yeah,
Love
I
it.
love the first shot, last shot idea. That's
Yeah.
such a fun idea.
It sounds easy, but I feel like the second you see those images, you're going to be like, fuck, I don't know anything.
No, I don't think so.
I
Hell
mean,
yeah.
you never
Come
know.
hang
I'm
out
sure a
with us
few
on
of them will be obvious,
Chilloween
but
and
maybe not.
yeah, test your horror movie metal. Are you man or are you person enough?
Are you a true whorehead? Are you a fucking poser?
Are you person enough?
Are you children enough? Can you do
Are
it?
you chill enough to be
Bitches leave.
cool with us? To be hard
Come-
with us?
Come hang out. Come get really, really hard with us on Chilloween. Next up, we're gonna hear from your boy Nos. our
Whoa,
biggest
my
fan.
boy.
Here we go.
What's up, guys? It's Nas here. I listened to last week's episode and listened to your guesses on my Halloween costume, on my new Halloween costume, and Justin hit the ding-a-ling. We are being
Hit the ding-a-ling.
Pennywise and Georgie. I'm gonna be Pennywise. My girlfriend is gonna be Georgie. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really fun. I already have the costume. My girlfriend is gonna do the makeup, and we have to get a balloon still, and she has to get her yellow raincoat. But it's gonna be very fun. So yeah, good guesses. Y'all did 3 movies. So I meant original miniseries. Then you have the book, and then you have It Chapter 1, the remake, and then It Chapter 2 remake. Yeah, that's what I meant by the 3 movies. So good guesses. And what I've been watching for Halloween, it's only October 2nd when I'm calling, so I'm currently, after this call, gonna start watching Wolfman 2025. Heard it's real shit, so let's see. And yesterday I watched, for October 1st, I watched Hocus Pocus. What do you call them, Max? Yabos? Man, I totally forgot that scene. I don't know why, but I totally forgot it. Also, I hope I can be at the Chilloween event because 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is like 3 a.m. for me. Sorry for that voice. I totally butchered it, but he says it so aggressively. I love it. But anyways, guys, that's really it. Wolfman, Hocus Pocus. I'm gonna watch It Follows next because it's like a fall movie, I think. And for the rest, I don't know. Hocus Pocus 2 is coming up. Hubie Halloween, Terrifier 1 and 2, and then Halloween movies, of course. All of them I'm gonna watch those with my girlfriend. But yeah, that's it, guys. Keep chilling. Bye. Love you.
Got roboted out there at the end.
Max
but yeah.
likes your Yabos.
Think
In
that-
fact, he loves them.
think that happened a little bit last week too. I wonder if it's his call.
Yeah.
It's got to be the call,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, maybe that international call just kind of
Mm.
gets a little bit spotty towards the end. I might have to chop off the end of that. Sorry, Nos, if you're listening that don't hear the last little bit. But yeah, coming out for Chilloween for sure, brother. If 3 o'clock in the morning is brutal, but
Oof.
yeah, come hang
That's
out.
a lot.
Juice, you hit them on the ding-a-ling with your guess.
Whoa.
Right on.
Right on
Juice
the
always
old
goes for the
ding-a-ling.
Straight for the ding-a-ling.
Yeah, I was right again, boys. You know, just killing it these days.
I'm right on schedule.
Right on schedule.
These days, just killing it. These days.
Oh yeah. Are you implying that I'm just always killing it, Bob? So
That's what I'm implying. That's what
yeah, just
I'm
these
implying.
days are killing it. Oh, just these days.
You must be exhausted.
Really always are
just
on
recently.
top. So
just very recently. You must be
I
exhausted.
don't really know what you're implying.
Oh, okay.
Nobody gives a fuck.
Oh man.
Childish. How childish. Thanks for calling, Nos. Always a pleasure to hear from you, brother. Last but certainly not least, we're going to hear from our friend Brandon. What's he got going on?
Oh, what up? What up, lads? It's your boy, the Squash himself. It's been a long time. Man, I got super stoned tonight as like a reward kind of thing for just like crushing it. And watched Bring Her Back. Recipe for Disaster. I'm never going to emotionally recover from this. Tiger King. That's just one of the roughest ones, you know? That was a toughie. No other words for it. Anyways, love your jabronis. Hope you're having a good spooky season. Grapefruit.
I'll tell you what, man.
Damn,
There's
dude.
no other word for it than Tuffy is one of the funniest things I've heard in a long time.
This
is really brutal.
That's a toughie.
No other word for it. It's a toughie.
Oof.
Dude, getting super stoned and watching Bring Her Back sounds like a bad time.
It's like your
and Tiger
your copy
King.
of Solo break in half on the way into the disc player or what?
Oof.
The Tiger King reference. I love trying to map out a very stoned person's train of thought. It's so fun. It's so fun.
Dude, that's brutal. I hope you did emotionally recover from that.
Tiger King.
Tiger King. Thanks for calling, Brandon. We love hearing from you, man. It's been a minute. Hope you're doing well. Again, if you guys would like to call in and leave a voicemail for next week, hit us up at 904-638-3231. Boys, we'll be back next week with a brand new show. We're talking about a classic. This one is my fault. We're talking about Reanimator. It's Bob's pick. We're doing it.
Bob doesn't.
Bob's pick. Bob's takeover.
I'm doing it.
He has a sea of DVDs and Blu-rays behind him, and he chose the one he's seen 10,000 times.
The one I've seen the most. I gotta make sure it still works. You know, I gotta throw it in there. Been
Otherwise,
a
I'm
day.
gonna have to buy an 8th copy. You know, I can't have that.
That's exciting, though. I mean, this is one of those ones we covered a long time ago, but is it
11 years ago?
Yeah. Is it in
Wow,
the
holy shit.
original recordings, or was it after that?
No, the original 62 recordings, it is in there. So if you want to listen to that, you can go to our website, straightchilling.com, and
You don't
listen
need to
to
go.
it.
You don't need to do
Think I'll pass.
But yeah, it's one of those things that we really haven't discussed in like literally 11 years, which is wild. And this is the 40th anniversary of Reanimator, and they just put out a brand new 4K, so it seems like a decent time to maybe revisit it. So, you know, let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'm excited.
Reanimator straight to the top, boys.
We're doing it. We might have a super random fucking guest that I won't mention, but maybe.
Just in case they don't show up.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see what happens. Well,
Jimmy Kimmel, get down
we'll
here.
Just see you next week, boys.
We'll just see.
We're just gonna have to see what happens.
We'll just see
What is happening? Did you,
Randy, you're not
Did
in
your
on it.
testicles
We
just
sent you
come
like a
into your
text
body?
and
What's
everything.
happening?
We planned this joke. Come on, if we're
Yeah.
not gonna be able to coordinate these things,
We'll just see.
come on, Randy. Why don't you just get it?
We'll just see.
Apologize.
Check out Reanimator. Get ready for next week's show. We're on all the social media outlets. Just search Straight Chilling Podcast. Will pop right up. If you would like to join in on the daily Slack channel conversations, now is a perfect time. It is proper spooky season. Let us know on all the socials or any of the socials, and I'll send you a link so you can join in on the fun. Until next week, as always, all you mother truckers, please keep chilling.
VHS.